All right, Magneto X. First off, let's get some filament. There are some Klipper things that I want to do on it. Klipper peeps, I will need help because your boy don't know how to do Klipper. Like, just straight up, I don't know how to do Klipper. This is a relatively fresh roll of Polymaker PLA Pro. It's what we tend to test printers with. Because it is dependably the same. And so something that I want to do on this machine, on the Magneto X, it has buttons. Okay, there are two buttons up here. One is load and one is unload. The thing is, they don't do anything unless the printer is already hot. And so I want to work on adjusting that to change over and make it... Is webcam still on? Yeah, webcam's still on. And make it so that when you command these buttons, that changes stuff. And that way it'll start to actually heat up the printer and make things work. That way I don't have to go in here and just touch the screen and then go to temperature, extruder, turn it to 220, and then we wait. And the extruder's pretty fast. It's about an 80-watt extruder. Of course, the print bed is the problem child. Also, I'm wearing a back brace, so if you see me like messing around with my waist, it's because I have a back brace on to try to see if we can stream for quite a few hours today. But yeah, I guess I'll have to... Oh, I can just trim the stream down. I can trim the stream down when we're done with the stream. So, welcome to the stream. None of that technical difficulties occurred for you if you're watching this later. Ha ha! But yeah, no, it totally did. So, ooh, can I find it? Oh, if I can find it via audio. Now I can find it via audio. Okay. It's bad to have your components so close. Is it bad to have your components so close to magnets? Realistically, nothing that I have is a problem for the magnets. But certainly, if you do have something that could be a problem with magnets, don't put them near the magnets. I feel like that should be a pretty easily understood thing, but you'd be surprised. Also, I hit the unload button once. It is not fully unloaded. I hit the unload button again. It is not fully unloaded. I hit the unload button a third time. There, it is finally unloaded. So, I want to not only change how the button behavior is, but I also want to adjust how much it moves. Because if it's not unloading the filament and loading the filament completely, then what's the friggin' point of the buttons in the first place? So, that means we're going to have to go into Klipper and find stuff out. Man, I wish there was another way to do this. I really want to show you guys the back end of Klipper without me having to look away from stuff. But oh well. Gotta work with what we got. Yeah, so it is... Thomas says, looks like it's an extrude/retract instead of a filament macro. They should be a macro. I'm fairly certain they're a macro. But you know what? Here, we're going to find out together. And in... Oh, okay. All right, yeah, you can figure that out eventually. Okay, so what we're going to want to look for here... Probably under machine. Where's my config? Yeah, it's not on the first page, seriously? Printer, CFG. And that's what we're going to want to work on. Or no, actually, it's going to be the macros, won't it? Yeah, it'll be the macros, most likely. Right? Hard to see. Well, I can't do anything about that. That one I can't do anything about. What I'm watching is Grant dropping a reliable Honda engine into a Ferrari. I am trying to make what I'm doing here work. If you don't like it, leave. I mean, it's that simple. All right, there's only, what, less than 24 of these printers in the world. I am doing my best to try to make this work here. And I'm going to need some people to give just a little bit of patience, or I'm going to, you know, start to get upset. Well, do I have... I wonder if I have... Do I have one that's just screen 2? No, I don't. Dang. All right, then let's do it this way. We'll just take this and we'll make it really big. And we'll just make it go over everything else. All right, it's going to be toolhead CFG, so let's see if we can find that. I don't see toolhead.cfg. So no, it's not going to be that. It's probably in macros. Let's see, set XY. We can't use the input shaper code because that doesn't work. Coolant, pause, mesh load. Ah, load filament. This is likely it. Yeah, so we probably want to do that. We probably want to add a heating command. Yep, that's what it looks like to me. Is that correct? Sanjay says, hey, I love Honda. I love Honda too. I drive a 22-year-old Honda. Ooh, and OBS got mad, I guess. Is OBS really mad? No, OBS is okay. All right, there was a second page. Yeah, we got into where we needed to go. About line 130 in the macros.cfg. Yep, all right, so we got it. I have to remember the command for heat. Damn, I wish I had like a... I should bring my Stream Deck out here and use it. That would make life a lot easier. All right, well, let's first do that. Let's first go ahead and do that. So we know we want to take this from like 25 to probably just 75. Well, I'm gonna go 65 first. Oh, well, the load took 3. So it's probably 50. I'm guessing it's 50. And what we'd like to do is add in, well, no, we probably want load to be like 60 because you likely want it to go a little bit more. What we're going to then want to do is add in a line, what, tab 3 times, I guess. We want to set our temperatures and say we don't want any of that. We want to make sure that we're making sure as soon as we do it, we're tagging our preheat. So what is that going to be? Oh, Russ with the 20 bucks. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Did we just lose the mic again? No, Mike didn't lose again. Cool. Russ, thank you for the 20 bucks. I appreciate it. It's been a hell of a problem. I guess there's an example in the Discord. Let me check the Discord. Give me a second. Because I have so many notifications, I guess. I gotta figure out where it was put in our Discord, but is YouTube talk? Probably is. Oh man, that's a really long macro. We're not gonna be using that. Oh wait, Grant, you've got Discord on this computer. Why are you trying to use it on your phone? Yeah, we need a set temp with a wait command, which is M109? Is it M109 or M190? We're gonna find out. I'm pulling the code right now. It's M109 or it's M190. We're gonna find out. We're gonna put it on this machine and we're gonna verify that it works. So let's do that here. And then I want to start doing the Ellis one where you can figure out max acceleration and that kind of thing. That is something that I want to do here. We want to really try to push max acceleration on this machine as fast as we possibly can. I think it would be a ton of fun. Yeah, let me pull from our YouTube channel here. M190 is bed. Okay, it's bed. It's M104. It's M104. Yeah, it's M104. All right. Thank you, Thomas, for sending that information. Let's see what we can do in here. So we're going to go ahead and paste that in. I'm going to go ahead. So, oh, that red is not good, I don't think. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and cut that out. It's not a big deal if we're above or below. This shouldn't be there. That needs to be somewhere else. So this needs to probably be right here. There. Because that will come before the G1E60. Yeah. That should work. So there's that. M104 should hold it. Let me know what you guys think. And then we can decide if that's the right one. Yeah, 190 is the bed. M190S bed. Yeah, we don't need bed. It's all about the extruder. So I'm actually going to save and restart, see what happens. And it's either going to work or it's not going to work. So, all right. Okay, the machine is commanding 0 degrees. And in fact, I'm going to move you guys down a little bit. You all normally hang out right about there. But I want to show you guys the screen. Let's see if we can show you the screen easily without it becoming too much of an issue. No, I really can't. Okay. Can't show you the Klipper screen. Sorry. We tried. Man, I'm working with what I got here, and I don't got a lot. All right. And apparently what I do have is I have mounts moving. Oh, come on. Come on. Thank you. All right, whatever. That's going to be good enough for right now. I need to go back and check YouTube. M104 won't wait. I want 109. Did I do 104 or 109? I thought I did 109. But let's check. We didn't. All right, we're going to do 109 and we'll restart. My bad. My bad. Save and restart. I did 104. Yep, fixing it now. All right. Let's make sure that you guys can see what is going on. We have cameras that are working. You know, things that I didn't think I'd have to check in a live stream. Are my cameras actually working? But here we are. I do actually have to check if my cameras are working. Okay. Wonderful. All right. We're going to hit the load macro and see what happens. Extruder temperature too low. Please heat nozzle first. Well, damn, it didn't work. All right. Yep, it didn't work. So that is clearly not the right one. There's one for the Magneto toolhead. Ah! Haha! Found it. Okay. So it's using a completely different... Here, let me show you guys. It's using a different config. If we look, it's the Magneto toolhead CFG. That's what it's using. So we have the G-code button for unload filament and one for load filament. So there you go. That must be it, right? Because we did it right inside of the macros. Yeah, M109. Set parameter, default 220 true, default 220 true. I don't see why any of that would be an issue. So let's check once again in the Magneto toolhead. Press G code. No, that'll unload. No, this is during printing, it looks like. That one I'm not sure. That one I'm not sure. That should refer to the macro. Try the GUI instead of the button. We shouldn't have to set a time. Yeah, M109S sets then waits. Yeah, which is what we want. We want it to set then wait, which is exactly what we told it to do. Whoops, I went into the wrong place. I'm gonna go back into macros, make sure that we did that right. M109S params.temp default 220 true. Yeah, that is specifically what I would expect. But instead, I'm just going to go ahead and remove it and just change it to say 220. That's all. I'm just going to say, just change it to S220. And use regular freaking... It doesn't need all this stuff. It's got... I don't know what the hell they're called. The weird looking brackets. So we're going to do it that way. It says not to call the macro if we are printing. Okay. Macro should be on the main window in the GUI. T is load toolhead at the temp. Issue the command in the console to verify the command is correct. Why? I can just click the button here. Nope. Doesn't work. I gotta click the button on the machine to see if it works. There's no reason for me to issue it in the thing. All right, whatever. It is what it is. That one's just not gonna work for right now. This is why some of this is a little bit custom, right? While this is effectively bone stock, there are some things that are different. So that's the kind of thing that we want to kind of verify. All right. Oh, well. Let's look at doing the that Ellis acceleration thing. I got to see what I need to grab for this, because it's a specific thing. Usage of the test speed macro. Okay. Add this macro to your printer.cfg. No problem. I'm going to grab all this code. Oh, I can just copy the code. Just like that. Copy the raw file. Well, here, I guess I can show you guys what we're doing. Copy the raw file into printer config, right? Is that what I got right? Into printer config. Yep. Wonderful. We're just going to add it down to the bottom here. Because why not? There we go. So we've got that added in there. We're going to go ahead and save and restart. Just to be safe. If your printer is a Delta, which is not, fully heat soak the printer if enclosed. It's not. But I can go ahead and heat the bed. And run the test speed macro using the instructions below, increasing accelerations until you experience skipping. Okie dokie. We're just going to push it till it breaks. And the nice thing is, it's really easy to reset it if it breaks. Always insert above the save config part. Well, again, I don't know. You should replace the whole macro with my example test. Always use insert above the save config part. I have no idea what that means. I want you to know that this is like the second time I've ever messed with Klipper. Like, ever. Simply, it is the second time I've ever messed with Klipper. So I guess we're just going to go ahead and delete all of this since Klipper's angry. So we're just gonna Control X all that, save and restart. Gonna restart Klipper. Now Klipper's angry. Interesting. It says Option Z offset in section probe must be specified. That's fun. Well, that's fun. Well, let's just go ahead and restart everything. Nope. All right, so something got angry when we updated that. But I didn't change anything else. And I pulled out all the old code. Yeah. So I'm not certain why it's angry, but it's angry now. Save and close. Let's just restart the whole thing. Nope. Klipper is pissed. I removed the macro completely. And now Klipper's pissed. So we're going to do it this way. We're going to see if it just needs a good old power cycle. Does make automatic backups of the config. Okay. Well, we were still able to connect to it. We're going to go ahead and reboot it. Very simple to do. I deleted all of the stuff that I added in, so I know it's not that. We'll see when it reconnects what things look like. Nope, it's still angry. Son of a bitch. Okay. All right, so we're gonna search for Option Z offset. No problem. Z underscore offset. Why is the offset commented out? Here, let me show you guys what it looks like, and we're gonna try to decide that together. Why that's commented out? It shouldn't be. Yeah, just uncomment it, and theoretically we're fine. Save and restart. Why would it insta auto comment it? All right, yeah, Klipper's happy again. Okay, sure. That makes total sense. That makes total sense, Klipper. That makes perfect sense. I don't know why, but hey, whatever. Klipper, it's commented out because Klipper is handling it in the save config block. Well, it doesn't make sense to me because I don't understand Klipper. And I said that before we even got started. That me and Klipper, we're not friends. We don't like each other. All right, so apparently now when you baby step, then click Save Config. Klipper will comment that out, put it in Save Config. Whatever. Hey, as long as it's happy, I don't really care. As long as it's happy, I don't care. All right, so apparently I have to put everything above here. Let's show you guys. So the stuff from Ellis, I apparently have to put above Save Config. Right? So at line 354. Oh, and you know what? My laptop is not useless. I can use my laptop to actually watch the comments on the stream. And then that way I effectively have two screens. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use my laptop to show comments on the stream. It'll make my life a lot easier. So give me just a second. I will, all right. I don't care about having to recalibrate Z height. That is no big deal to me at all. That is 100% irrelevant. So yeah, I guess this is where we would go ahead and add it, line 354. Is that what we're thinking? For the Ellis stuff. I've printed on this before. I know negative 0.15 is kind of right where it does want to be, so it's no big deal. I've got the oh crap switch, so all right. I'm hearing yes, so we're going to go and paste in all of that stuff. We were at like 354. Just because I want this, I'm going to give myself a line there. And give myself another line there. I don't know, it feels better that way. So I'm going to go ahead and save and restart. There we go. Beautiful. All right, so now I guess we have to try to start heating things up, right? As Russ says, hit that like button. All right, let's go to the console, and I guess we have to now start sending commands to it. We don't need that anymore, but send it commands based on the instructions. Where are the instructions below? Okay. We have the macro. The macro will home QGL, move the toolhead in a test pattern. In a oh my god, QGL takes so long on this printer. It takes like 8 minutes. I'm just gonna clean off the bottom of the hot end there to make sure there's nothing there. I'm gonna leave the filament, but it's just not loaded at this time. All right. Available arguments. Well, I like arguments. So speed in millimeters a second, default your max velocity, which for this, let's make it like do low iteration start, test speed, speed 400, iterations 2. I will change that before I hit enter, I promise. We're gonna paste that in, iterations 2, and we're gonna do speed 500. So we're gonna send it, and we're gonna see what happens. Before we do that, I can move the webcam. I can attach it to the printer. Would you guys want that? Would you want me to attach the webcam to the printer? Or do you want to leave the webcam where it is? Because we have a movable camera at this point. I mean, I guess I can always just show the camera here. Right? You can see, oh, and you can you can even see a bit of yourself over there. I can always show you the camera from the printer, but don't risk anything webcam related. It should be safe. You know what? Let's leave it here for the first one, and then we'll see. And you know, if we need to do some crazy stuff, we'll do some crazy stuff. Sound good? Sound good? Sending it. And here, while we're sending that, I'll even let you guys see it on the webcam for the printer itself. It's only like 7 to 8 FPS. It's not great, but it could be worse. Look, Mom, I'm on the TV. Yeah, I don't think we did anything with the acceleration, did we? No. Oh, and add accel 2000. Well, a little late for that. We didn't do that. The accel is 15K, which is fine. Uh-oh. My TV just turned off. That's not good. That means it overheated. Crap. Let's turn it back on. And I guess we have to turn the air conditioner down in here because my TV's getting too hot. There. All right, TV's back up. This is the TV that we added fans to years ago because it overheats. Yeah, literally Florida problems. Florida problems. It's fine. I just have to power cycle it and it turns itself back on. Most likely I need to add a few more, need to add a few more fans to that television, it seems. Water cool the TV. What are we waiting for? Oh, okay. Now it's doing QGL. QGL takes a while on this machine. You all want me to water cool the television. That's a lot of work. Like, way more work. I love how Seabass and Kenneth Sang both said to water cool the TV at the same damn time. That is hilarious. What I'd like to do, and we're going to do this, we're going to make this a little bit smaller so you guys can see the printer printing. I just don't know where... Well, I guess you guys don't need to be seeing Klipper anymore, right? Yeah, you don't need to be seeing Klipper anymore. This is fine. And in fact, make it so you can see a little bit better. Old school fan pointing right at. I opened up the casing of the television with a Dremel and put two 140mm fans on it with a 12-volt power supply that runs constantly. So, yeah. If the stream is looking blurry for some reason, just reload the stream and like it while you're at it. QGL is quad gantry level. Since this machine has 4 independent Z motors, it has to go through and do that. And according to the macro, it's going to do this every time. So yeah, it takes a while. Good Lord, this whole table shakes so much when it makes that move. That is hilarious. Let's see if I can move, kind of fix that camera for you guys. Unfortunately, you're pointing right at the studio lights, so I apologize. That a 1 kilogram spool. Yeah, that's a one. Well, okay. So it's a 16mm lens on the camera right now. So we're kind of working with what we got. Honestly, what I want to do is just get rid of QGL in this thing. It doesn't need to do QGL every single time. Yeah, it doesn't, well, maybe it doesn't need to do it every single time. So, dude, so Admiral Adamus says, as he ups acceleration, let's hope the table doesn't give out. Honestly, if it does, that is so much better content. It's going to suck. It's going to cost me a fair bit of money if that happens. But think of that. Uncle Jesse smashing a door, my table falling apart. Come on. Those are meme worthy, right? They're great. They're great. I'm here for it. I don't want it to happen because, like, my personal laptop is on the table, but it's going to do what it's going to do. I have ridden on this table, like I've sat on it and gone up and down. I don't think that the 50-pound printer is going to put any risk at the table, but she's going to get a little shaky. Yeah, I would like to comment out the QGL from this. True stress test. Can the printer survive and print while the table collapses? Honestly, out of all the machines in my shop, this is probably the one printer that I would trust to continue printing when you throw it off something. It's going to likely skip steps, but the frame is so... This printer weighs over 50 pounds. It's over 25 kilos. This thing hurts me to move it. Probably won't pull a Creality on you. Yeah, probably not. I hope not. I love how people are tagging me saying that I need to work on my technicals. Well, if someone would like to pay me to do that, because my days are spent making money, not learning technicals. I'll learn technicals on the fly as I need to. I'd love to learn Klipper, but I don't currently have the time to do it as we are going hard in the paint on some new business models for 3D Musketeers that involve, well, me doing a lot more scanning. Ah, this freaking back brace. I'm wearing an undershirt, don't worry. Everyone has to learn Klipper at some point, and I've just chosen to do it as this. So, this is how I'm doing it. Oh, this is way too slow. Is this actually it? All right, I do want to also check... I'm going to check the CFG file, the printer CFG, and see if I can comment out the QGL, because not a damn is given here, ladies and gentlemen. That printer doesn't care. Even the table says, let's go. Oh, my television shut off again. This table is moving so much. Oh, that is hilarious. My gosh. So that's 15K. That's 15K accel on it. That is 15,000 acceleration on the machine. And it doesn't care. That was energetic. Yeah, it was. Holy crap. Something is angry. So, you guys might not be able to hear it, but I can. Whatever the hell they're called. The drivers, they're upset. They're kind of complaining a little bit right now. And so, that's a thing. It's line 50 of test speed macro. All right, great. We're gonna go ahead and comment that out. Started on 55, so I'm gonna look for 405. Nope. That's not there for me. Ah, quad gantry level. Oh. It looks like it will do it only if it hasn't already been done. So since we've done it, well, you know what? Let's send it. So what are we thinking? What are we thinking now? I'm going to change you guys back to see Klipper. What do you want to try out? Gonna have to run input shaper on that table. So we can't actually run input shaper with this machine yet. That's part of the problem. We're not able to do that. So I want to go to, let's go to 750 on the speed. I hit 750 on my laptop keyboard, not the keyboard I need to hit. And we want to do acceleration equals 20K? Yeah, 20K. Spectra V3 wants to go to 50K. All right. Calm down. Calm freaking down. Jeez. What do missteps ever sound like? They don't sound like anything. What will happen is the system will just stop working, and one of the lights down here that I can see that you guys can't will give out. That's what happens. So, oh, accel. Thank you. Missed that one. Wonderful. All right, are we happy with this? Do we want to try it? Find the resonant frequency of the table. I'm here for it. Go higher and see if we can do 100,000. No, I want to creep up. I don't want to beat the hell out of it. So you know what? We did 15. Let's do 25K. Let's do 25K accel. Who cares? Send it. Now, since it already did QGL, I'm going to be curious if it needs to do it again. Let's bring you guys out of that so you can see the actual printer. And you know what? I don't normally do this during a stream, but I think it is appropriate today to put the wide-angle lens. Oh, come on. There we go. There. Now you can see more of it. I don't normally put the wide angle on because it gives a little bit of the fisheye. But, yeah. Holy shit! Oh my god, things are falling off the table. This printer doesn't care! It doesn't care! My god, that is violent! That is so violent! And I will tell you, it's the quietest printer that I've ever used. It's so quiet. I will do my best to not laugh at this, but it is so bloody quiet. Let me do this. I'm going to turn off my noise suppression on my microphone. Ooh, even better. I'm going to change the microphone completely. I'm going to change you guys to the microphone that is sitting above the set. You'll hear the microphone completely just changed. We are going to pull the noise suppression filter out of it, and you can hear the humming. That humming is from the printer itself. We're going to try to give you guys the full experience here, okay? That humming's kind of annoying. It's annoying to me, too. Alright, so, bear with me. Let's do that same thing, but I'm feeling 30K 30K accel, and I don't know, 900? No, not 9,000, 900? Are we feeling that? Is that good? Sounds like an electrical box. It does. There are 2 fans running in here, so that could have something to do with it, but yeah, there we go. I'm gonna switch you back. Oh, it's still... that mic is picking up a lot of ambiance in here. It should sound like a train as it moves. What are we doing? We're sending it as fast as we can. I need to hold on to this table for dear life. This is gonna hurt. What did you do today? Oh, I tried to keep the table from falling apart. Here we go. All right, you guys got the full experience there. We're gonna go ahead and go back to my microphone, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn the filter back on. Like I can't describe to you how quiet this thing is, right? Like I can't describe to you how quiet this printer is. All right, so I'm gonna go to 40,000 acceleration, and we're gonna take our speed up to the 1,000 mark. You guys have seen the thing, so we're just gonna go ahead and send it. Yeah, this thing is insanely quiet. Like, it is sincerely the reason that it has any noise at all is the bearings, the actual the linear bearings that it uses. The MGN, I think these are 12s or MGN 15s that it uses. That's the only reason there's noise. It's the freaking balls going around in the carriages. All right, so we're gonna do 40,000 acceleration with 1,000 speed, and we're gonna send it. Here we go. This thing is nuts. This printer is just absolutely nuts. And we proved it can do it with the filament in it, too. All right, I'm holding the table and I'm holding my laptop. Oh, we lost it. There it is. We lost it. So, we lost the y-axis. I can move it completely now. And so to fix that, I have to come down here and reset it. And now, oh, our y-axis should be back now. I don't know if it's going to be. But there it is. We found our failure mode. It's going to get angry because X or Y is blocked right now, but we found our failure mode. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like on the console side. This is what it looks like on the console side. It just gets angry with XY motion blocked. Yeah, so I need to disable the drivers, enable the drivers, and it's good again. All right, so we found our limit. We will likely have to rerun QGL. So I don't know if it's the speed or the acceleration. So I'm going to turn the acceleration down and see if that will do it. And so we didn't disable Z motor, so we should be fine. Boy, those stepper motors are angry. Or not stepper motors. The linear motors are angry. Come on. So the reason it's making so much noise is the entire table is vibrating. It's the speed accel combo. Lowering either should get you going. Yeah, so we went from 35,000 down to 30,000. I want to see if we can run that 1,000 for the speed and see if accel works or not. All right, sending it. Lisa with the 4. Ooh! We instantly just lost one of our sensors here. I rebooted them. Nope. Nope. All right, this is not going to work, unfortunately. I'm going to have to emergency stop. I went ahead and emergency stopped the machine. The driver failed immediately. So we're now going to go and do a firmware restart. That was me. I did that intentionally. I wanted to hit the stop. So we're going to reset and turn it back on, please. Thank you. All right. I'm going to go ahead and home X and Y just to be safe. Let's see what occurs here. We're going to home X. Hello? You gonna do your thing? Oh, no. Yeah, you're, Oh, I think they're still disabled. Okay. Now they're not disabled. All right, home X. We can home X just fine. Wonderful. We're going to go ahead and home Y. All right, our motors are still working. Yes, Lisa, thank you for the $5. And thank you to Thomas for the 5 gifted memberships. Looks like Ryan Moore got one. Publisher369 got one. Panzer Catton got one. Dwarvik got one. And Thus Ain't the Law got one. I have to read these a little more carefully. Oh, man. Now when you have to hit the oh crap button. So now that we completely reset the machine, it is going to have to likely go back and do quad gantry leveling. But like, I'm going to go ahead and just comment that out. I don't think it's needed. I don't think it's going to be needed. So let's go and find it. I'm going to turn you guys on to the thing here. M400 finish moves. All right, so I believe I can just comment all this stuff out. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain I just have to comment it out. Yeah, the nozzle's not near enough to the bed. The gantry's pretty level. I manually leveled it a while back. Better do it to avoid the bed sagging over time. If you do it manually after turning it on. Just comment 398 is enough. Okay. Great. Save and restart just to be safe. Console. Right. Console. All right. So I'm going to go down. Do you think it was the acceleration or the speed that killed it? What do you guys think? I'm going to home all just to be safe, so it kind of knows where home is. It's going to do that anyways, but I'm going to do it myself just to be safe. So what do you all want to try? What do you all want to try for the... You want to try lowering the accel? You're thinking acceleration? All right. Yeah, let's take accel down to 25K. Okay, Thomas wants to try again with those values. All right. What the hell? What's the worst? We crap the machine and we try it again. It's no big deal. So let's see what happens here. I can understand why they want quad gantry leveling. I think it's important. But I know for a fact that my bed is fine. Like I'm not worried about the bed giving me trouble here. Still think it should have had reverse Bowden. Like that's still, it's like, come on, guys. All right, holding on for dear life. We're good. It's safe. No issues. So Admiral Adamus asks, how much damage can a crash cause? We don't know that yet. Hey, all right, we are testing out the table. By the way, this table can go way higher. Like, that's not... This table can go really high. Goes to 49, then I can take it way, way lower, too. Might need to completely lower the table. Nah, man, we're just gonna send it. Let's have some fun. We can go... How low can we go on this? It goes down to, like, 24. Yeah, that's as low as I can put the table. So... I like it a little bit higher. It's easier for me. But I think from a camera angle perspective, about there is pretty good for you guys. I can adjust that to give you a little bit more. No, let's bring it up. Bring it up. Then there, you can see it. You can see it coming down this path, I think, from the camera angle. Table will go down real low when the thing is sprinting full force. Look, this table held me. Okay. Get a FlexiSpot sponsor and test the Magneto on it. You do know this is a FlexiSpot table, right? And FlexiSpot sponsored the table for these purposes. So it is actually a FlexiSpot table. So there you go. You can actually put a Magneto X running at 30K accel on a freaking... All right, so we know that 30K accel is fine. So let's go to, I don't know, 1250. Y'all want to try 1250? How do we feel about 1250? We feel good about 1250? 1250 for speed, acceleration at 30K. How do we feel about that? Monetize it as a FlexiSpot review. All right, we're doing it. Sending 1250 speed, acceleration 30K. Oh man, this table's gonna move. See, what you guys can't see, and if I take the overhead away, is me just holding the table for dear life here, okay? I am holding this table like my life depends on it. Also, here, give you a little bit of a better view of that. Oh, holding on for dear life. Chat disconnected. Okay. Jeez. Are there any fasteners tightened on the table? No, this is because the table has to move smoothly up and down. That's what this is from. Yeah, Anake de... oh, Jesus. $1,250 does not care. These motors are like, we got this all day. So we're definitely acceleration limited. Jeez, you can accelerate, you can move this printer at 1.2 meters per second. You can move this printer at 1.2 meters per second. I want you all to think about that for a second. You can move this printer 1.2 meters per second. But can we move it at 9.8 meters per second? Can we move this? Something... Are we disconnected from YouTube? No. No, my laptop is disconnected for some reason. Why is my laptop disconnecting? Jeez. I had to bring my laptop back. Hold on. Bringing back my laptop. There we go. Yeah, the desktop does have an NVMe, but the desktop is over here on a shelf. It's not like it's not attached to anything. In fact, I guess I can show that. Yeah, here. The desktop's right up there. Also, there's a $60,000 3D printer sitting in my garage, but yeah, there's the desktop for the for the streaming PC. You guys just saw the most expensive printer in my garage. Not the most expensive printer that I own, the most expensive one in my house. I was joking about 9.8 meters per second. Let's try something else. Let's go to 1500 on the travel. I want to see when we start hitting the travel limits of the machine. Oh, my laptop just keeps disconnecting from the Wi-Fi. Can the $60,000 printer go fast? I don't think so. No, it actually can't. Yeah, so the machine is $69,500 brand new. With materials and shipping, it was $86,000 delivered. So technically, it's closer to 86 grand, but retail cost on it is $69,500. So yeah. My laptop is just not connecting to Wi-Fi's. Why are you not connecting to the Wi-Fi's? I will put you on different networks, so help me God. 69.5, nice. Yeah. Why is our chat just full of children? Lower the accel and test top speed. Well, 30K accel seems to be totally fine, so we're gonna send 1500 at 30K. You gonna take that? I don't know if it is. They didn't take it. Interesting. Are we okay? Yeah, we're still good. I put it through and the printer didn't take it. Try it one more time. No. All right, I'm going to go ahead and probably just look to... Ooh, let me get rid of that. I would just like to delete that. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Let's see. I'm just going to go ahead and restart Klipper. It's probably the best bet here. Yeah, let's just restart Klipper. Is it? Oh, no. I think the printer's, like, hard frozen. I think the printer froze. Oh, no. Wait. It's there. But it didn't restart. Huh. All right. Well, no problem. I'm just going to do the restart again, I guess. I'm going to restart firmware. Right-click on it, power cycle. Ah, post-control reboot. Maybe? No. All right, I'm just going to power cycle the printer, I guess. Because I'm honestly actually not certain. Oh, God. They're so quiet and noisy. Yeah. All right. This is one of those cases where my lack of knowledge with Klipper is kind of winning here. Because I'm actually not 100% sure of this. So we're going to do it my way, which is just literally to turn the whole damn printer off. Casey Wood, member for 6 months, saying, is Magneto X worth getting yet? I was thinking about getting one, or should I wait a while? This is still in beta for me. So if you want to spend $2 grand or so on a printer, we don't know when they're all going to start shipping. 10 of them made it out of the factory and into the hands of users, but Things like input shaping they're not ready yet. It doesn't, we can't input shape this printer. It doesn't work. So if you want to be able to tune input shaping stuff, don't buy this printer. Not yet. 99% of the problems that I have with this machine are firmware based. And literally that is something that can be done with an update, right? So it's super, 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 super simple to do this. But if you just need a machine to work, like if you're trying to buy it for a business, which I think is Peopoly's main kind of target market right now, I would hold off at the moment, personally. But if you want to get it and you want to be a first mover, by all means, do it. You got nothing to lose, except your time. All right, we're trying 1250 iterations 2, accel 30,000. Here we go. All right, it took it that time. But yeah, this is still a beta printer, and to base my, like, a full review on it, on my impressions as a beta tester, is not right, nor is it fair, right? So, yeah. Yeah. Anike says, to be fair, it's very comforting here. Most of the issues you're having is mainly software-based. Yeah, me too. So, by the way, we've already completely blown their numbers out of the water. Their numbers state... Let me pull the actual numbers for you here, because I'm fairly certain I have that open still. Right? Yeah, I do. So they claim... Where is it? 22,000 millimeters per second squared and max speed of 800 millimeters per second. We have already proven both of those to be wrong in the best way possible. They're wrong and they're better. So there you go. And you know what? That is a company that... Jesus Christ. This poor table. It did it. Not a damn given. This thing is so ridiculous. I'm going to film the next one for Twitter. It's just absolutely ridiculous how fast this printer can go. Like... I'm sorry. It's comical. It is comical how fast this printer goes. It really is. Like, it's not the printer getting jiggy with it. It's the damn table. All right. And you know what? I want a guaranteed success, so I'm actually going to run the same test. And I'm going to film it. I'm going to film it in vertical so that we can put it up on social medias and all that. So... Are Vorons still faster? Theoretically, they are, right? I mean, remember, this is still, like, version 1 of this hardware, and we're not really pushing the drivers as much as we could, from what I'm aware. So, attach one of the cameras to the table. Want to see force feedback. The webcam is actually attached to the table. This webcam here is attached to the table. So, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and do that one more time just so that I can film it for YouTube. We get a lot of questions. How fast is the Peopoly Magneto X? We're actually live on YouTube. Why would I say that? Why would I say that? We get a lot of questions about how fast the Peopoly Magneto X is. Well, here's a speed test. 1,250 millimeters a second at 30K acceleration. We could ask how fast the Peopoly Magneto X is all the time. Here's 1,250 millimeters a second at 30K acceleration. And if you'll note, that's faster than factory specs. It's a stock machine. Maglev drives. Magnetic linear drives. Absolutely amazing. Done. 35-second video that should get a lot of views. We're here for it. All right. Let's try 1500. That spool looks like it's about to fall off. Yeah, I feel bad for Polymaker. You know? That spool's just cooking. All right. We are now going to try 1500 millimeters a second with 30K acceleration. Let's see what happens. Rex says, thanks for buying. We are not responsible for broken table legs or mock chicken-like gestures. So, Guy the Jedi is asking me to print something at this speed. There's no way that we could. Input shaping is not tuned properly on this machine, and because of that, it would vibrate itself to pieces to try to print something that fast. And you're going to likely overrun the extruder and be limited to things like your retract, your Z movements, and that kind of stuff as your limiting factors for print speed. Also, we have 108 concurrent viewers and 51 likes. Can we get some more likes on the video? That'd be great. That'd be great. Mensch says do a speed competition. Oh, and it's done! It cannot do 1500, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the drivers completely failing out. We hit the limit. And I knew we were getting close to the limit. I knew we were getting close to the limit. All right, both drivers have completely failed out. You say sad, but come on, that's well over 50% above rated. Like, well, it's almost 50% rated of almost 150% of the acceleration rated, and over 50% higher than the speed. So, do 1500 at 25K. Yeah, that's what we're gonna try. Klipper has full-on shut down. Wait a minute. Klipper shut down. I wonder if we pulled too much power. We might have pissed it off. All right, we're good. We're back online. Let's go. Ooh, sorry. I smacked you guys. I smacked the webcam there. My apologies. I reached Klipper's limits. I don't know what crashed. It said that Klipper crashed. So for these drivers, we've got two buttons underneath the machine. You can actually see the lights. You see these two green lights down here? One is for the X, one is for the Y. One button disables, the other button enables. So, yeah. All right, so we're going to try that same thing, but we're going to take our acceleration down to 25K. And we're going to see when we start hitting limits of motion for the motors. So 25K, 1500 acceleration. Let's see what happens. Nothing happens. No trigger on X after full movement. Oh, the drivers are still messed up. Okay, this is something that I've talked about, and I even talked about it in our video. The drivers don't reset when they should. And now it's going to yell at me screaming that X and Y is blocked. I know it is. Just go home. Go. Are we better now? Are we better now? All right, I think we're better now. Let's try it. 25,000 accel, speed 1500. We are locked, right? No, we're not locked. I'm going to have to reboot the printer. So that's part of the firmware stuff that we're dealing with, is that when you lose a motor right now, it can't recover. And there's no way to bring it back. You can try the reset, unreset stuff, but it doesn't always work. And it could be a driver limit. Chances are it is a driver limit, as Teza says. It wouldn't surprise me if it was. These drivers, they're like a first iteration. Like, it doesn't surprise me. So TMC reset because it's closed loop or something else. No. So this uses an H-bridge. They're custom drivers made just for this printer. At least that's my understanding. It might not actually be 100% true, but that's my understanding. 1,525K, sending it. Let's see what happens. Yeah, the drivers don't sit on top of the octopus. It goes to a daughter board. Yeah, it's a thing. All right, trying this again. By the way, back brace helping out a ton. Absolutely helping out a ton. I think we're going to have to wear this more often. My only concern is, and this is just like a personal one, it gives me like a reverse muffin top, because like the brace goes to there. And so that's just something that's like a little self-conscious for me. But yeah. But yeah, the back brace is definitely helping. So that's always good. No wonder it's a custom Klipper build at first. Well, it kind of is custom, but it's kind of not custom, but it kind of is custom. It's custom-ish. They're going to be bringing it back into mainline Klipper from what I'm told, but it's based on Klipper 11, I think. Fairly certain that's the right one. But yeah, it's custom-ish. Custom-ish is the right word. All right. This is, nope. Gone. All right, so we're definitely hitting... Wait, that's an MCU shutdown. Hold on. It's an MCU shutdown. Move queue overflow. Once underlying issue is corrected, use the firmware restart command to reset the firmware, reload the config, and restart the host software. Printer is shut down. So no, this is a firmware limitation of the machine. It's not allowed to go this fast. We can override that, right? Right? We can override that. All right, so it wants me to do firmware restart, which is what I'm going to do. And then, yeah, my driver's going to get mad at me. So Eric is asking if the servo drivers and the motherboard are on the same power supply. If so, I suspect a crash like the one at 30K would be an overcurrent issue. It shouldn't. I'm fairly certain that the motherboard runs on 24 volts and the drivers run on 48. There's a 24 volt and a 48 volt power supply in this machine, and they are beefy. Okay, oh, yeah, the webcam is fading in and out because it's trying to adjust for the light in the background. If I move it a little bit, you'll be all right. All right, so where do we go? Where do we go to try to see if there's, like, a limitation? Because something tells me that there's, like, an actual limitation in the firmware. Max _ speed. All right, sure. Let's look for it. Let's go to the printer config and see if we can find it. Cause I really want to start testing speed until we hit a speed limitation. Position max, that's all fine. Homing override, bed mesh. That's Z stuff. We don't care about that. Bed heater, that's always fun. Ah, there it is. Max velocity 1500. There it is. So, wait a minute. We fed it more than that. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. They're saying max accel in firmware is 15K, but it's very clearly listed as 22K. So why don't we just why don't we turn this up a little bit? Oh, as part of Ellis's guide, have us disable this? It might. Does it? Set new limits. Yep, it does. It does have you set new limits. Damn. But Mitch says, I'm wondering if 22K is a physical max. We just tested to 30K and it was totally fine. It could handle 30K, no problem. I want to change this to 2000. I want to change max velocity to 2000. And see if that does anything. I don't know if it's going to. SkateTube says either the printer is going to unalive itself or the table. Even if we gotta change the firmware limits, Florida Man is in the building. Well, see, and that's kind of the thing with this printer is that you're not, the drivers are just gonna stop. But we just tested double the max acceleration limit without a problem. Like, table first 100%. Love it. Yeah, Gurr has a point. Acceleration versus speed is like a car. The higher the speed, the lower the acceleration. You can accelerate harder at 30 miles per hour than at 100. But I guess that depends on how powerful your engine is and what your gearing is as well. But that's being pedantic at best. All right, I want to try max velocity of 2K. See what happens. And then let's turn this to 20K. Well, no. Company says 22K. I'm doing it at 22K. I'm going to save and restart. And we're going to see what happens. So now we're going to go into console. We're going to try that exact same command, because that command failed last time. So this is now going to let us know if we're hitting a machine limitation or if we're hitting a limitation for something else, I think. F wants to see if I can bump up the jerk. I don't think so. So Eric says F equals MA, right? Force is equal to mass times acceleration. So with a given force and a given mass, you will hit an acceleration limit. It's true. I'm going to try this. Grant hit enter for some reason when he shouldn't have. Why I'm on my laptop for some reason. We're not using the laptop. It's a different keyboard. All right. We're going to try this again. See how she goes. I wonder if there's an electrical noise problem resetting the board. It could be. It absolutely could be. Sanjay says, all right, I'm going to go to sleep. Post 2 a.m. here. It was great hanging out with y'all. Sad to leave. Very energetic stream today. Eric says, but the motors are going to be capable of a lower force at a higher speed due to inductance limiting the current in the coils. Yep. Yep. All right, we're going to send it again. Right, I keep doing that. There we go. We're going to keep pushing the limits, and I'm going to report back. That's the cool thing about this, is that I'm going to report back what we hit for limitations, to Peopoly. It's great. This is what I want to see from companies. More of this stuff. All right, holding on to the table for dear life. No! Nope. But it got farther this time. It got to the edge, and then it went to do the movement. So, and it is an MCU shutdown again. Move queue overflow. Wait, are we just like overloading the pie? Or overloading the big tree tech octopus? I wonder if we're because we're not hitting, we're hitting limitations that aren't the motors. That's so interesting. That's so interesting. We're going to try 1450. Yeah, I like the idea of trying 1450 on our speed. So 1450 on the speed, acceleration of 25K. We're going to see what happens. Dark Third Dimension is asking what pie. It's a rock pie. Beyond that, I have no clue. It's a rock pie. I mean, I guess you kind of want your computer to be the limitation, don't you? Right? You don't want your drivers to be the limitation. You want the computer to be your limit. Because if your drivers are the limit, your computer can outrun the drivers. Do the magnet thingies even have micro steps? Of course they do. That's why it's able to move this slow when the magnets are huge. Like the magnets are probably 5 by 8, 5 by 10 millimeter, somewhere in that range. You could try UART instead of USB if that's what it's using. I would not know how. There's a lot of custom stuff in this machine. It's got an ESP32 just for the driver boards. So there's a lot going on in this machine. So, yeah. We're not going to lower micro steps. Not going to bother with that. Nope. So we lost our y-axis. That's why the x-axis is still moving, but the y-axis is not moving. So we lost our y-axis. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, our y-axis is done, and we're gonna have to reboot the machine. Too much inertia. Absolutely could be where we're trying to slow it down and we can't slow it down. 1400 is fast. It's totally true. 1400 is stupid fast. I bet we can get more beans out of this though. I want to turn off the drivers. Turn the drivers back on. All right, they're both back on. All right, so we're going to try to go to 1400 and see if that works. It's interesting that we're losing Y before we're losing X. Or Y for me is the long axis. Drop acceleration to 10K and try 1500. I don't want to do that yet. I want to start cutting everything down a little bit to see where it starts to get happy. Mitch says to drill some speed holes in the gantry to lighten it. Well, I can't argue with that logic. Let me go get my power drill. No, don't do that. Please, please, for the love of all things holy, don't do that. Okay. All right. Let's send 1400 to 25K. See what happens. Hello, Amber. Amber says she's back and we're goobers. I will say the Pi is getting quite hot. It likes to apparently run around 55C. So, yeah. Here we go. This is 1400 at 25K acceleration. This poor table. This poor freaking table. That's a success. That's a success. Hey, Amber, next time we're going to do some baking. We should use this machine to mix the stuff on this table. 1420 for the meme. All right. If I'm going to do that, should we push the acceleration higher? You know, well, Asroth, who's one of the beta testers, or Arsoth, gave a crazy face in the Peopoly Discord. So I'm updating in the general of the Peopoly Discord every time we hit a new top record. If he comes in here, I'll rerun that one so he can see it. So there are only 2 funny numbers, not many other choices. Yeah, we can't do 69,000 on the acceleration. Oh, well, we could, yeah, if we do 420 on the velocity, it might work. Oh, okay. Wait, so Pretzel, you've seen it then. Well, I don't know if you've seen it, so here's what that looks like. This is the same test we just ran. Arsoth is here now, or now Pretzel, as he is. Or they are. I don't know for sure, so I always go with they, and I should get more used to that. But yeah, here you go. This is what the testing looks like. All right, here. I'm rerunning this just for you, Pretzel. And the shaking is my table. Oops, something just fell off. More stuff fell off the table. But there you go. That is a successful run. That is a successful run. At this point, I'm holding on to my own desk in sympathy of Grant's desk. If I put the printer back here, it would probably be better, but it actually doesn't fit. Yeah. Now suspend the printer with bungee cords. Okay, Pooch. Okay, Pooch. Okay. Now, did you guys really want to try 1420? Is that what we want to do? We want to try 1420? .690 millimeters a second at 42,000. Is that seriously what we're gonna do? All right, fine. It's fine. 690 at 42,000. There you go. Running 690 at 42. At 42,000 acceleration. Because, yeah. Yeah, by the way, I can rock the table on my own, so that should give you an idea. It's a standing desk, okay? It's very useful for people with bad backs like me, who need stuff to move. This is just absolutely... Alright, so this is 690 at 42,000. I guess this will let us know if we can hit higher acceleration values. why I'm spending time doing these stupid ones, because we in theory it should succeed. It succeeded at 30K at half of that, or at double that speed. So, but no, it's because we're a bunch of goobers. There you go. Oh, it failed. X failed. And Y just failed. It didn't actually succeed. It didn't work. Both X and Y just failed. Hard failed too. I can't reset them. So we do actually hit an acceleration limit. Interesting. So speed is kind of irrelevant to some extent. 690 millimeters a second at 42,000 acceleration is not success. So 42K was too much, but 30K works. So let's try 35K for now. Yep, I think so. I'm going to take my test speed to 750. Or, well, actually, let's just do 1,000. Did that work? Did we have a... let's do 750 at 35K. Let's see if that works. Ooh! We lost our y-axis almost instantly. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it back. Okay, I got it back. Yeah, I'm betting the drivers are getting pretty toasty here. Y is back on now. So this is 750 at 35K. I'm betting the drivers are starting to get a little bit toasty here. Success. Success. Jeez, this thing moves. I'm sorry. It's too funny to try to test this, right? That's a success. Yeah, I wonder. Might want to get some heat sinks on. Might want to get some stick-on heat sinks for the driver MOSFETs. There's 6 of them for each driver because it's an H-bridge. And I don't know if the H-bridges need to be electrically isolated from each other. I assume they do. So I don't know if I want to do that right now. But yeah, CNC grade motors go burr. I mean, that's exactly what this is, right? It's CNC grade motors go burr. All right. What else do we want to try to do? Let's try 750, but at, you want to go 40K? No, let's do 3750. Let's do 3750 at 750. There's some dude looking at a seismic monitor in Florida wondering what the hell is going on. Yeah, Duff, you're right. Eric says, the package of each MOSFET is generally insulated, and most thermal pads are insulated. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I don't want to do anything like that without direct, like, Peopoly involvement, because honestly, I'm sorry, this is pretty good, right? We can't tune input shaping yet. Like, we can't do that. And we don't need to. We can still get insane speeds. Now, look, someone go tag VZBot or something and let them know what we hit. But, damn. It's fast. Success. So we can definitely run higher than 40K. We're likely just running into physical limitations of the machine itself. Although I could be wrong. So what did we just run? We did 37.5 thousand millimeters per second squared on the acceleration. So, I mean, by the way, that's stupid. That's 37.5 Gs of acceleration. At 750, is that right? Is that good math? It might be 3.7 Gs. Still a buttload at 750 millimeters a second. More driver current. Yeah. I don't know if I want to do that. And yes, I would guess that a lot of the challenges that we're dealing with right now are in direct relation to how chunky all this is. Like, this is the y-axis. There's so much stuff here. And how chunky this tool head is. It's chunky. There's a lot of weight. And how big this is. Dude, there's got to be like 3 friggin' pounds of neodymium in here. Right? Duff says, please don't up the current. No, we're not going to be doing that. We're just going to keep turning it up. Yeah, it's page up in the tuner world, right? Just hit page up all the time. Just page up all the things. I can tell you that every time these are done, these drivers seem to get really angry. So I'm actually going to turn off the drivers. So I disable the drivers. Going to move everything back out here. But yeah, you can see. And there's still a fair bit. It's like there's a little bit of drag, I guess, to some extent. And especially for the Y. Or the X. I honestly don't know the best way to describe these, but yeah. There's a lot of drag. I mean, there's 2 carriages over here, 2 carriages over here on the linear rails. I think there's only 1, maybe there's 2 for the X-axis. But yeah, I don't know. Is the webcam picking up? Yeah, there. Now the webcam picks it up. You can see all that beef down here and all the beef down there. Right? They went with just making it as beefy as humanly possible. I would certainly believe that we could get better out of this with better cooling. And for those wondering, here, there are your magnets. There are your magnets. Also, we did find, and it's still in there, there's an 0201 or an 0204 capacitor stuck to one of my magnets, and we don't know where it came from. It's likely just a piece of candy from the assembly line, but you know, here, actually, I can zoom in on this because I have a camera that can do that. Enhance. 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 Can we get a decent shot of that? Go over further. Oh no, we're not. Can't enhance that far. Too much enhance. Pull back. Pull back. There you go. Magnets are friggin' beefy. Magnets are ultra beefy. And they are angled. That is as intended. So yeah, there you go. All right. Close to 70 to 75 for the long. Nobody has tested it yet, though. I'm not... Aaron Liebig says, all at mass, I'm not surprised you're having issues. Buddy, we were able to double the factory claims for the most part, and it was totally fine. As for flow test, I don't know if we're going to get bed adhesion. We can try, but I don't know. Eric says, I could connect the motor drivers from the product I work with that has 12 MOSFETs per phase, 36 MOSFETs per motor, easily pushes a few hundred amps at 48 volts. That would make something happen. Probably fire or explosions. I mean, maybe on your Magneto X, but I'd watch the video. I'd watch the video. But that might give you the headroom that you need. I don't know. I don't know. I thought we were going to get an enhance on the piece of candy cap. Oh no, the cap is all the way down here, and the camera will only zoom into the middle. Sorry. This is why you don't get to beta test, Eric Gurr says. Wow. Well, that's just mean. All right. I want to see now what we can push here. So I'm going to go down to 20,000. Actually, no. The company claims 22,000, so that's what I'm going to do. I want to try 2,000. 2,000. Actually, let's do 2,000 at 20K. Let's do 2,000 speed at 20K acceleration and see what happens. I want to see what that's going to do. Yeah. What's that rocket? The one that just yeets, that spins the rockets around and shoots them out. They should be using this to launch the rockets. They should be using this to launch the rocket. I should build a little fake rocket toy and have it launch off the front. That would have been funny. Magnets are aligned to reduce cogging. Oh, okay. The spin launch guys. Yeah. What if you put the printer in a vacuum chamber? I mean, that would have some impact, but yeah. End stop triggered after retract. What's in the way? Oh, right. Grant, you didn't actually turn the motors back on, you ding-dong. If you don't turn the motors on, the printer doesn't move. That's the other thing. I wish that as soon as you sent a command for it to move, it would instantly reset the drivers, right? Like if you're not printing, it should just meh. Did 1500 fail? 1500 failed at 30K. I'm going down to 20K. See if we can get to 2,000. You would lose cooling in a vacuum. That's true. Didn't 1500 fail, though? Oh, you're right, it did. Yeah, this is probably going to fail. Whatever. Pretzel says, Grant, want me to send you my updated homing macros, which does enable it? Yeah, it's probably a good move. Yeah, I guess I should have thought about that. This is pretty much guaranteed to fail. Oh, I didn't even realize I also hit the camera. I didn't realize. You guys should have told me that you couldn't see anything on that camera. Yep, instant fail. Instant fail. But I think we kind of saw that coming from a mile away. I'm going to do that. I hate that it lets you see so deep into my garage. I don't like that. I like having the allure that I have a relatively clean garage and I'm not busy all the damn time. All right. I got them both turned on now. Oh, this is, again, the MCU shutdown, which is the overflow. Yeah, so we can't go past 1,500. All right, so... Oh, Amber's got to go do nurse things. Have fun doing nurse things. Just trying to see if I need to send anything to anybody yet. Not currently. All right. I think we've kind of hit the limit, haven't we? Right? I mean, this feels like we've hit the limit, doesn't it? So what's next? What do we try next? Do we start trying to hit printing limitations? Yeah, I guess that's probably the next thing for us to go after is printing limitations, is it not? All right, so that means we got to go to Ellis. I've done a VFA test. Here, I'll show you guys the VFA test. Give me just a second. So I've done a VFA test. It's not great. It's really not great at all. Like, it's really bad. So, a lot of that is because we don't have pressure advance tuned properly. Back when I was doing it, we really didn't have a good way to tune pressure advance on these machines yet. But, yeah, we did beat the hell out of the motion system today, which I'm going to shut off. Shut off. Let it cool down a little bit. Was pressure advance on? No. No, it was not. All right, so if we're gonna start running that stuff, I guess gotta give it some of the liquid courage to start, right? It's only nice of me to give it some liquid courage before we're about to beat the hell out of it, isn't it? A little bit of liquid courage, come on. I was gonna make a joke that I was gonna drink some, but I don't want people to think that I actually drink rubbing alcohol or isopropyl alcohol. I might live in Florida, but it's not that bad here, okay? All right. Now I have to actually download the right Orca slicer because I know I don't have it. I didn't think we were going to get this far today, to be quite honest. I didn't think we were going to get this far. So I have to get Orca set up and running. Or I guess I can log into my printing computer. Because I don't think it's available in the yeah, it's not available. Okay. God, Orca slicer's a pain in the ass sometimes. Nope, stop it, Orca. All right. All right, I got to pull the actual I need to pull the, oh, what the hell? The proper Orca slicer onto my laptop. So give me just a couple of minutes to get that done. Orca slicer. Google Drive link. The requested file doesn't exist. The Google Drive link for Orca slicer is messed up too. But the GitHub link works. We're going to do it from my laptop, which will make things just a little bit easier. Probably. Run the file, please. Nadav says just download the latest Orca. No, we have been told not to do that. We have been told to use 1.8.2, the specific one that Peopoly uses. There's been some bugs detected in the latest Orca that some of the testers have been dealing with. So, no, not going to do it. At the request of Peopoly. Oh, we're still not getting the extruder temperature thing. Well, fine. I'll just do it manually, no big deal. Where is Orca? Did Orca open properly? What the hell's going on here? No. Interesting. Orca didn't load on my laptop. Give me just a second to get that done again. Sorry. Orca 7-zip. Extract to Orca portable. And Orca slicer. Sweet. We're back. Started. North America. Printer selection. Magneto X. And of course, anytime that you do Orca, you should go into Preferences and turn on Stealth Mode, because don't give away your data. Always turn on Stealth Mode. All right, we have our device. Okay, we've got our Magneto X. What do you guys want to see ran on it? I'm thinking, I guess I can pull up the chat over here again now. Give me just a second. Live chat. Zombies here. Swatch truck. No, we're going to be testing speeds. Feature ship. Once you have Orca, save tweaks. Yep. Hedgehog says, I am speed. Hedgehog! Zombie, you missed it. You freaking missed how fast we had this thing rolling. It's just nutter butters how fast we had this machine running. There's no chance we're going to get a 5-minute bench. I'm going to be real honest with you guys. There's zero chance. We're going to be testing flow rates here. And to do that, I think we're just going to use some of the calibration stuff out of... Nope, that's not what I want. Pass 2. No. Max flow rate. That's what I want. We're going to start with, let's just start with 5. No, let's start with 10. We're going to end at 50. And we're going to step up probably 1 cubic millimeter per second. No. Discard. Layer height's 0.32. Woo! All right. That flow's going to get real spicy real fast. Can't be as fast as my bamboos. Actually, I've got that E3D hot end on my bamboo, and she is real spicy. That's a fast hot end on that machine. All right. Yeah. Let's, I guess I have to hit the load command, huh? Ah, well, I have messed up my, my load commands. So, that's not going to work. So we're just going to do it the old fashioned way. Oh, I guess I can't. I have to use the load and unload commands. I have unfortunately messed up my load and unload commands, so I'm going to have to go in and fix it. Machine. That's going to be macros. Yeah, because I messed with the temperature thing and it got angry. No big deal. You can just be deleted. You're not needed. You're not needed. Save and close. Right, probably have to restart. Save and restart. So let's do that. Use the extrude option. Yeah, I didn't do it. And while we're at it, let's just get the heat bend running. Because in for a penny, in for a pound. Extrude move too long. Really? And my television just turned off. Dang it. Which means it's getting too hot in here. The television's getting angry, so I got to turn the air conditioner down some. Please? No? Okay. Well, I can't see what you guys are saying since my television overheated. So I'll come back over here and see. You can't extrude over 50 millimeters at a time. Oh. Well. Nobody told me that when we were doing it. That's just dumb. There's no reason it shouldn't do that. Well, I got to get the TV back on before... There we go. It is starting to get a little warm in here. I can understand why the television's angry. Also, I guess I can just try to turn down... Oh, I'll do that once we started printing. Sent you something in Discord, Zombie says. Add this under your extruder. I could, but I could just fix the thing. It might just be better to fix the macro. We're going to fix the macro, and we will set it. We're going to set it back to be, and here, I'll show you guys what we're doing. We're going to set it back to being the 25. It's just, it's getting angry at me. And yeah. I don't want to keep going down that path of it getting angry at me. By the way, the bed's already at temperature. Now, where is it? G-code. Okay, there's the unload filament. Oh, because this is 60. I'll change that to 50. It should be happy. Save and close. Nope. Oh, it needs... Does it really need the reset? It does. Save and restart. Okay. We'll need it regardless. I thought the cool Voron builders got one. Can't fix the macro without increasing the length because you need more than 50 to actually load or unload. It's fine. It's no big deal to me because I'll just do the load command twice and we'll deal with it later. There are just certain things where it's not worth trying to deal with at the moment. All right. There it goes. I grabbed it. Let's see if that actually loads enough. I don't know if it is. Nope. It's not. Probably only needs about 30, to be honest. All right. So I'm going to get that shmoo off the build plate. Since, oh yeah, we've got some issues with temperature on this machine too. That's the other thing that we're dealing with. We're going to go ahead and send this print to go. Upload and print. And so I'm going to go into the fine tuning and get my Z offset. We'll just set it during the print. It's no big deal. I should be able to do it relatively easily. All right, so now we're running some flow rate testing stuff here. We're going all the way up to 50, which I'm fairly certain will overrun the stock hot end. Just waiting for the temperatures to all get to where they need to go. Then we can start. $210 and 50 on the bed. So we actually had to drop temperature. No big deal. Grant learned Klipper. Day one, embrace the save and restart. Yeah. Why give me save and close if save and restart is going to be the only option? Zombie says only 210. Ah, that's what you should know. The what the printer says its temperature is, at about 20 to 30 C to that. It's not right. It's been a problem. It said it was canceled. Why was it canceled? I didn't cancel crap. Upload and print. Yeah, there we go. Can we try it, please? Everything has to reheat. I don't know why. It's a Goliath-ish hot end. Yeah. I'm going to also turn down the air in here because it is actually getting a little bit uncomfy. Hello? Working. Are we gonna print? Hello? What are we, well, I don't know what we're waiting for, but we're waiting for something. What are we waiting on, printer? Bed mesh, unknown profile default, and it killed the print. All right, so we've got some problems. Something's not right in here. Oh, and you know what? It's fine because I also need to do some changing on the Magneto's profile anyways. Give me my advanced settings. I don't want any of that BS. There's no Z-hop on the Magneto profile, and there really should be. So I'm going to slice that plate. All right, so something is wrong. What does Klipper console show? That is a great question. Bed mesh unknown profile. Do I just have to QGL at this point? I probably do. Yeah, bed mesh : unknown profile default. That's what it's angry about. Does M300 work on this? That's a great question. I have no clue. Do you have a say? I should. I did one a while ago. I thought I had one, but no, it doesn't show one, so it's going to want one. Didn't you comment that out before? No. Default. Screw it. Just do a new bed mesh calibrate. Whatever. Oh my God, that's loud. Why are you so angry? Why are you noisy right now? What's your problem? Sometimes those drivers just make a lot of noise. I think he lost his saved settings, made a change earlier that seemed to invalidate save config. Could have been. No big deal. We'll redo a bed mesh. It is not a problem. It is not a problem. Just gonna take a bit. This takes a minute, so save for the bed mesh taking long enough to go cook dinner and run a 5K. Yeah, it's not a. This is not a fast process, unfortunately. But if we got to do it, we got to do it. If I invalidated it, we got to revalidate it. So if your boy screwed it up, your boy's got to fix it. What probe is it running? It is running a. What the hell? Load cell. It's a load cell right in the hot end. So it's booping the nozzle. Snail 3D says, love the haircut. Whole new Grant. I haven't had my haircut since I had it cleaned up when we got back. It is probably time to clean up the sides, though. We're getting a little long on the sides. I kind of want to experiment with different hairstyles, but haven't gone down that path yet. Seems a bit slow. It is a bit slow. Yeah, it's doing 3 points with a load cell. And it's quite a few points. But if I only have to do this once every now and then, I don't really care. Right? The amount of time that this takes is kind of irrelevant. I should go full Florida man mullet. I am not doing that. My mother would absolutely kill me. Hopefully not as hard a boop as Soundlot or as MagnetoX. That's because Tom... All right, it's something in the Klipper screen, and I'm going to be changing it on mine. But Klipper screen, when you hit the up arrow, the printer goes away. When you hit the down arrow, it goes closer. And that's because of what positive and negative is with a printer like this. Tom likely hit the up arrow instead of... Tom likely hit the... Yeah. Or no, he hit the down arrow to send the print bed down, and it goes up because it's a positive and negative. I'm going to flip it in mine. So, yeah. We've been discussing that in the beta test group and how to solve it. There have already been solutions provided for that. Like, literally within 6 hours of that video going live, the solution was already there. So, there you go. Think of it as a closer / further instead of up or down. I know, I understand that, but I'm not going to because it doesn't work like that for any of my other machines. So I'm going to change it so it works the way that I need it to work. Pretzel says, really, Klipper screen icon should just say Z plus Z minus, but it has an arrow as well on the Klipper screen. Yeah, Z plus shows an arrow pointing upwards, which is not right. Z plus actually sends the bed away. Z negative, which shows an arrow going down, sends the printer closer. And so, and I can send you a picture of what it looks like on mine, but I'm going to be flipping that in mine because I don't like the way that that works. I understand that that is technically the way that it is, but that is, it's an easy flip inside a Klipper screen, and it's super, super simple. But yeah, technically it sends the nozzle up. I get what you're saying. I do. And I'm sure... I'm not certain that's what happened with Tom. But if I was a betting man, that's what I would say. It was the same way that when Joel came in and said that his printer was screaming like crazy when he was heating it. And Steve Build says, I got $1 on the fact that it's Joel's UPS, and Joel doesn't know that yet. And it was Joel's UPS. I'm guessing that it was just a very simple, Tom wasn't looking 100% or decided that sending it 25 millimeters instead of 1 millimeter at a time was a better move. So Eric says, Klipper does that since it looks from the perspective of the print head, but I've been frustrated with it as well. I've crashed the head on my V-Core 3.1 because of it. So that's why we should change it. That's why we should change it. That's why we should change it. So, yeah. There's still supposed to be a Klipper protection preventing you from doing that. What allowed it to bypass that protection? The minimum. The minimum was set to -20. So the printer attempted to go to -20. We don't know if it was actively looking at the load cell yet. That's not known. Pretzel in here will know it better than I will, as you all have very violently figured out. I don't know a damn thing about Klipper. So I'm still learning. Remember when we talked about the video series of One Idiot's Journey Through Klipper? This is episode 1 right here. I am the idiot trying to figure out Klipper. But we also proved that these machines can hit damn near double manufacturer specifications. That's kind of dope. Zombie says, in my head, I'm already changing a lot of the config. And that's fine. This is still beta. You guys have to remember, this is beta. This is all still beta. This is not a final revision. This is not a final firmware revision. This is all still beta. Yeah. That's my personal belief in all of this. There's still a lot of things that can be done here. And, you know, I will still give huge props to Peopoly for even responding to us in, like, a 12-hour time frame. They're getting back to us in, like, 6 hours or less, which is just... When you realize that Peopoly is not in America, they're in China, and they're getting back to us this quickly, it's insane. It's insane. Save configuration. Klipper will reboot. Continue. We did that. Now we can try to print. Moonraker connected. Klipper disconnected. All right. Now let's try to print. Or actually, it's probably on the card already. I can probably just print it right from the card, can't I? Yep. Well, no. This is a new one. So let's upload and print it. All right. Now we're going to try. Andrew Rogers, I'm with Grant here. The visual feedback is the bed moving in the Z-axis. It shouldn't matter where the nozzle is at that point, seeing how the bed is the part that's moving up and down. Yep. Yep. Pretz says Mark doesn't sleep. I've given him crap on the phone repeatedly. Yeah. And as Zombie says, a lock me fixed in firmware with a good set of hardware. And I would say that based on our testing today, we've got a good set of hardware here. And this is still a beta unit. It's only gonna get better. I would say certainly this girl could go on a bit of a diet. I'm not here to fat shame, okay? All right, like, you know, your boy's the last one here to talk about extra weight, okay? But if this thing went on a bit of a diet for the XY system and maybe we cut some weight out of the tool head, this thing would be fast. Also, this tool head cover, I hate it. I hate it. They put so much effort into making everything under it look absolutely chef's kiss gorgeous. I don't want the cover there. I want to see everything. It's 2 screws. It comes right off. But it's more of the principle of the matter. Nope. Bed mesh unknown. Profile default. So I still screwed something up inside of the config. So we're going to have to go figure that one out. So we're just going to go ahead and share our screen. I'm going to move my chat to my other screen. And we're going to try to figure this one out ourselves. Because your boy screwed it up. But that's what happens. Printer CFG. That means I commented... Did you save config after making the bed mesh? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's saved and restarted. Go to height map. Okay, I can do that. There's no height map in here. Oh, there. Ha. No bed mesh. Well, that's a problem, because we definitely just did one. Huh. I'm guessing it's because of the thing in the config that I changed. So let's load that and fix it, because we just did it. It might have deleted it on print start, so... Is it bed underscore mesh, I think is what we were looking for, right? Oh, no. I want to control F in... Okay. No. Yeah, I'm not finding bed mesh. It'll be at the bottom of the file then in save config. Okay. Bed mesh default. It's right there. It's right there. So There's two of them. Where's the other one? There's literally only two. Wait, are there two save configs in here? There are. Why are there two save configs in here? Well, that would be part of the problem. From when it was restarted, it was. There's two save configs in here. Which one do we not like? Oh, well, this one's missing stuff. I'm just going to delete the second one. Who the heck let you into Klipper? Boy's got to learn somehow. When the macro was below, Klipper made a new one below it and expects to always be at the bottom. All right, we're going to go ahead and delete the bottom one then, because the bottom one doesn't have everything that the top one has. So we're going to go and delete the bottom one. Yeah, we're going to do that. Remove after... Oh, no, keep that one. Okay, fine. I'll keep that one. Look, all right. I never said I was an expert at this. You need to delete the additional comments to this stuff. Okay. All right, I can delete it. Copy in anything it's missing. Section has to be formatted correctly. Because, yeah, it stops here. All right, so you want me to copy in anything that it's missing, which is this stuff. So that's what we're going to copy in. We're going to come here. We're going to delete this save config. And now we're going to go ahead and restart it. You cannot have anything below it, which I don't. Or is that this stuff is below save config and that's a problem? Oh, I think that this actually has to do with that. Missing one. Delete home and below, which is what I did. It's gone. Those comments are the problem. Did I do it right? I did it right. I did it right. Let's go. All right, save and restart. Save and restart. You all don't come here because I know what I'm doing all the time, and we all know that, okay? Like, let's not lie to ourselves. Half the reason you're here is because I screw things up on a regular basis. Wait, is it still messed up? Both are commented out. Son of a diddly! Oh, wait, no. Oh, the chat's updating on the computer. Never mind. Klipper intermediate level achieved. Now look at the height map. Oh, sure. Here, let me show you that. We're going to look at it together. Together. We're going to look at it. Damn it. Well, we got that. We have a profile. Duff says, oh yeah, unplug the iron. We unplugged it. We're good. Zombie says he needs a drink. I'm guessing this is default. Yeah, there we go. It's a taco. All right. This is kind of expected. This is kind of expected. I will also point out that it is very warm out here right now. I don't know if that has anything to do with this. God, I need to turn the AC down. It is 80 degrees where I'm at right now. Cool. Set to 76. I'm going to turn it to 76. Ah! Click where it says default. Oh, yeah, I already did that. We're good. It's a taco, but it's also 0.265 over. Better than some of the smaller printers you've used. Yeah, I get that. I do get that. I do get that. All right, now try and print, I'm told. Okay. Wonderful. All right, I need to turn all that down so the TV doesn't overheat itself. All right. We're going to try this again. Let's try and print now. Upload and print. And the TV just overheated again. Son of a bitch. Ah. I am trying to keep my television from overheating. It is such a Florida problem to have your television overheating in your garage that you use as a monitor. It's likely not any of the gantry flexing. I don't think it's going to be a false taco. Have I tried leveling the bed? Well, I guess technically no, because there's not a way to do it for this. The printer on its own circuit is actually. It is on a dedicated 25 amp circuit. And my television keeps overheating. Son of a diddly. Well, good thing I have stuff here. So we're waiting for the tool head to heat up still. We're at 143 degrees and climbing. There's 150. 60. 70. 80, you get the idea. You get the idea. Like, I don't think this television's hot, is it? No, it's not. Are the fans not doing their work? Come on, do work. I think I might have to put different fans on this that are more optimized for better flow. All right, hot end's where it needs to be, bed's where it needs to be. Theoretically, we're starting to print here momentarily. Yep, all right. We did it. Even though we screwed it up in the first place and it's all my fault. Dark third dimension, son of a diddly at 3D Musketeers, brought to you by Ned Flanders. Yeah, I'm doing my best to curse less, especially in videos. It's like, it's kind of bad for business, you know? We're still not extruding yet. I'm kind of waiting for that to happen. Come on. Push the thank you. Jeez. But cursing is so much fun, they say. Yeah, I get it. It is fun. I agree, cursing is fun. But it's not good for a YouTube channel, you know? Like, I get it. I do. Is the nozzle too high or is that lighting? No. No, it's printing great, actually. Let me turn off the top light and see if that helps a little bit. Yeah, it's easier for you guys to see. It's just dark in here now. But yeah, it's there. I'll turn that back on just so it's, you know, a little bit better. Oh, Simon Snow with the 5 memberships. Thank you. Chris Young got 1. Brant Miller got 1. John Olson got 1. Sahid Vele. Oh, nope, that last name's going to get me. Sorry. And Mickey got 1. It's like the lighting playing tricks. Yeah, it's gray filament. I could have used a different color, but I didn't. I'm sorry. I will tell you, that first layer is looking mighty, mighty nice. Yeah, thank you, Simon, for gifting those memberships. It's appreciated. So we're starting, and we're going from from 5 cubic millimeters a second, or millimeters cubed per second, all the way up to 51, according to Orca. So, yeah. That's going to be a thing. Here's what I'll do. I'll show you guys directly. It looks real good. Looks super, super clean. Actually, I could probably, hold on. I could probably just put the damn camera here. Yeah. Just got the camera kind of on the side of the machine. You can actually see it, that the camera's mounted to the printer. It works. If it's dumb and it works, is it really all that dumb? I don't think so. Ooh, we're a little bit close now. Interesting. I think. Is that too close? Wait, hold on. Let's make sure. Okay. Are we not extruding properly? What's going on here? Definitely running into some small issues. Let's add... Might be a little too close. I can't honestly easily tell. Even the lighting is tough for me. I'm going to send the table down so I can take a look. If anything, it's heavily over extruding. So let's bring Z out a little bit and see if that helps. Bring you guys back up to where you can see easily. There you go. Got a tangle? Do I? I shouldn't. Is that filament actually tangled? No, it's not. You're gonna get hit in the head. Yeah, it's true. I could be. All right, now the fans are up high, which I'm going to very quickly turn down because they are so effing loud, and I don't like them. Oh. All right, well, that's fine, I guess. It's only at 68%. Really needs to go 1 more %, honestly. Oh, we're at 205. I want to go a little bit hotter than that. I want to go to 210 minimum. So we should definitely have our temperatures up now. As we know, the temperatures aren't 100% accurate for this machine. Ashley says, make it go fast. We're doing a flow rate test. It is going to get faster. Much faster, actually. Fans at 100%. It is 73 dB at 1 meter, according to Pretzel. Laying down fatty lines, though. No complaints there. Lines look great. The 23-minute print for reference. So I'd rather it go nice and slow so we can figure out kind of where it failed. And the Polymaker PLA Pro I found to be a pretty reasonable filament. It's middle of the road, easy to print, very forgiving on temperatures, and it doesn't seem to really care too much about a long melt zone. Does the printer use more watts than the typical when printing, or is it sucking, or is it only sucking power when it's a 1 kilowatt? So it's measured, they measure around 300 watts when printing. So yes, it's more than your average printer. I had my bed set to run a PWM of about 75%, but it's gone now. It does not need the full 1 kilowatt. It's not necessary. I don't know why Peopoly did it. And in fact, a few of us have said, hey, it's not needed. You could go to 750 watts and nothing is going to go wrong. It's fine. But yeah, when this printer is heating up, if you are in the United States on a standard 15 or 20 amp outlet, only have one of these things running at a time or heating up at a time. Because speed. I get it, but it's not necessary, you know? It's just not necessary. Starting to get a little bit speedier now. I would guess it would help when it's enclosed. Yes. Yeah. Also in the US on a standard outlet with a 750 watt heater, only have one on a time. You could run two. With a standard 15 amp outlet, you'll get about 1800, 1900 watts out of it. So you could run two of them. I don't recommend it because if they get onto the same phase cycle, you'll pop a breaker. It's not impossible, but just be aware. But it is something to note. Like if you're looking to put these into a print farm, like I am looking at saying, all right, these fit our need. Like 95% of what our need is as a business, this printer fits it. So if I just replaced half of our print farm with like 4 of these, it would be as fast as half of our print farm. Could I just run, outlets? Could I just kind of, be aware and not have them all heat up at the same time? And these are concerns that I have because in my office, I have 2 circuits. I have one on my back wall and one on the wall that my PC is on. On the back wall, I have a APC 3000, so it's 3000 volt amps. It's about 2250 watts, I think. It might be a little bit more. It is more than my breaker panel can handle. My breaker will pop before my APC gets angry. Or my UPS, I guess, gets angry. A lot of ringing on this part, but I'm not entirely certain what is causing that. Jeff said I had a print farm 220 volt. There are 220 volt systems or beds for this. So, yeah. I really should have started at a higher flow rate. What speed range are you printing? So we're going from 5 cubic millimeters a second to 50. That's what we're doing right now. And like Tom and a lot of others had said, these things need reverse Bowdens. Once I have approval from Peopoly to make that modification, that will be the first thing that we do on these machines. There is no bloody reason that these machines don't have reverse Bowdens, other than no one thought about it. So yeah, we're going to test the limit of the hot end right now. It's going to be going nice and slow to begin with, but she'll pick up speed here as we move forward. I have successfully easily printed up to 30 on this. I have not gone faster, for reference. Pretzel says, waiting approval for modifications. Whistles innocently. As a content creator that makes content with these things too, I want Peopoly to sign off on the changes before I do it. Because when we do decide to make videos with it, those changes will directly impact performance of the machine. Whereas I don't think that a reverse Bowden is going to do much. Certainly, as it's pulling the filament out, that is extra load on the y-axis, that if we didn't have that, we could go faster. So these are all things that I want to approve first with the company before we go and do anything. So this is not the longest melt zone hot end. Do I have it handy? I moved it after we were done filming. I don't know explicitly where I ended up putting it. Suffice to say, it uses 2 heaters. So, long boy it is. Is it under my laptop? No, it is not. Is it under the keyboard? No, it is not. It's somewhere. This is the medium. This is the medium hot end. The long one, I think we got numbers of like 60 on it. Yeah, I don't see it. Oh, well. The long boy is going to be fun to temp curve. Yeah. That I'm kind of upset about. I don't think that temp curve should have been the way that it is. For those that don't know, the temperature sensor for these machines is like all the way up at the top of the hot end. Like where the heaters start to be, not down at the nozzle where it should be. And that means there needs to be a temp curve. We don't yet know it, but for the medium-sized hot end, we're assuming somewhere between 20 and 40 C hotter than reported. I have not done any modifications regarding the hot end yet. I am still running the bone stock. Medium, perfectly regular size boy that comes with it. All right, it's perfectly normal. We also got short ones. I mean, also perfectly normal ones, but they're shorter. It's fine. Shorter is fine. It's okay. And these, I think, have 0.6s on them. These are not standard, but they came with the with them. Oh, Mad Cat, you missed all the fun, dude. You missed all the fun. We got to stupid levels of speed on this machine. To give you an idea, Mad Cat, we got to 1,400 millimeters a second at 25,000 acceleration. And it worked. It was right on the verge of death, but it worked. Oh, I think we're starting to run into our first kind of problems here. Yeah. Yep, we're starting to have print quality issues. I'm going to turn up the heater just a little bit to see if that helps. Actually, screw it. Let's go to 220. See if that helps. We are running out of flow. Can we pick it back up? At 220. I don't know if we can. Is that a CHT? No, it is a stock Volcano nozzle with a spacer in it, and it's a 0.4. It needs a CHT for sure, Ashley says. I agree, it does need a CHT. All right, turning up temperatures definitely seems to help a little bit. We are no longer under extruding. What is the current flow rate? That's a great question. Our current flow rate is 30. We're at 30 right now. So at 220C reported, we can hit 30 all day long. And here. I'll let you guys see the screen there for a second. So we're over 30 at the moment. And yeah, we're starting to fail again. Yep. Starting to fail again. I think it has a lot to do with the filament. I'm going to pull some filament and see if that helps. I don't know if it's gonna, but in my head it will. Yeah, nope, she's struggling at 30. I've successfully printed at 30. And some of it looks just fine at 30, but the rest of it doesn't. It's so weird. Like, the first 2 loops look fine at 30, but it's the last loop that doesn't look good. Mad Cat member for 18 months is celebrating the wife's birthday today. Happy birthday, Mrs. Mad Cat. Yeah, we're running out of hot end. Do we just keep cranking temperatures? I really don't know if it's part of the filament. I can pull a bunch through and make sure that it doesn't have issues with that. But it definitely needs a reverse Bowden. We're at 35 on the flow. It's not successful at this point. Does Diamondback make a CHT? They don't. Not yet. I'll have to talk to him about it. I don't know if they want to deal with licensing the patent, though. I can hear the extruder skipping. Yeah, the extruder's skipping. Let's go to 230 and see what happens. Screw it. Let's add more temp. See if we can bypass the extruder issue. But yeah, otherwise I think 30 is a pretty good one for this. Ashley says they want Diamondback to make MK Mark IV nozzles. I agree. I would love to put diamonds on my XL. That'd be so nice. I can hear the extruder clicking. I think we got to call it here, ladies and gentlemen. I think we got to call this print. I'm going to go ahead and cancel it. I'm canceling it 38 cubic millimeters a second, where it's very obviously not holding up. Are we not gonna... No? Okay. I'll manually do that myself then. Oh, my phone's ringing. I will call him back. Actually, let me tell him I'm streaming. Hey. Oh. Hey, I'm streaming. Can I call you back? Or is it urgent? What's up? Yeah, I saw it at Synapse. Yeah. Sorry. I'm literally 3D printing live on YouTube right now. We're testing the limits of a machine that uses Yeah, literally, if you go to YouTube right now, no one can hear you, but they can hear me. We were just testing the limits of a brand new magnetic linear motion drive 3D printer that we're beta testing. How many people are here? How many people are here hanging out with us right now? There's 98 people watching live, 82 likes on it, and we've been testing out the Peopoly Magneto X, which is a magnetic linear drive 3D printer, and we got it to go, what, 1,400 millimeters per second? Yeah, 1,400 millimeters per second with 25,000 millimeters per second acceleration. So, anyways, I'm going to go back to my stream, but I will call you later. Yes, sir. All right, thank you. That's a business partner of mine in a different business, so I wanted to answer that call. I was gonna let it go, but I'm like, no, let me see. Yeah, I said, yeah, we're testing out this cool ass printer. All right, so we can take this part off the build plate. Yeah, it looks like crap, which we understood. All right, what are we printing now? We printing a benchy. Y'all want to print a benchy and see how friggin' fast we can take it? I do want to save my nozzle copy. I'm going to go File, New, Project. Don't save the old one. Discard it all. And then I've got to have a benchy on my laptop, right? I should. I got one. All right, we're going to run a benchy. What do you all want to do for the benchy? How fast do you want to go on that benchy? What are you thinking on the benchy? Oh, do we really want to try it with ABS? We could. Cali Dragon, just because benchies are boring. Polymaker Boat go burr. And Cali Dragons are incredibly cute. All right, what the hell? Let's do a Cali Dragon. I got to download it, but that's fine. I can't likely do ABS because I don't have an enclosure. That's part of the issue that we have right now. All right, we're going to grab the STL. Toss it into Orca. I'm going to make up some quick settings for it. So I'm going to tell you guys what my settings are. We're going to go 0.2 layers. Leaving everything default. Scene position is going to be aligned. We're going to go with Arachne for our wall generation. 5 top, 4 bottom. Sparse infill. I much prefer adaptive cubic over grid. I know grid's faster. I really don't care. Ash says, is there any reason to use ABS over ASA? No, other than cost. I much prefer ASA over ABS. I don't like printing either of them out in the open. Oh, let me just move it here. Transfer. No support. No, it's just so tiny. The Cali Dragon is just so tiny. It's hilarious how tiny this thing is. We know, so we just tested that hot and we know we can get to 30. So I'm going to limit it to 25 just to be safe. I'm going to check under cooling. And we're going to take our fan threshold, max it at 70. And put our min at like 50. I don't like going full bore on these fans. It's not necessary. Quite frankly, it's way too damn loud. It gives me a headache. So that's how we're going to do it. Yeah. Magneto could really tune this printer. You saying like Magneto, the comic book character? Is that right? Calling him a comic book character? I don't know if that's right. All right, Kali Dragon. Looks like about a 15-minute print for a full size. I'm going to go ahead and print it. Regular scale, 15 minutes. Upload and print. Oh, I didn't check my temperatures. I don't really think it's going to matter all that much. 210 and 205. That should be, honestly, should be fine. Okay, Magneto from X-Men. Yeah. What acceleration? I guess we never set any of that. This is really stupid, but I'm not even certain in Orca. Oh, it's under speed, isn't it? It is under speed. Oh, those are rookie numbers. We're canceling the print. 10K accel? Absolutely not. It can do 20K accel. We know it can do 20K accel. Outer walls, 5K? I think 7,500 is appropriate. Inner walls, 10K? Nah. 20K. First layer, 500? Nah. 1,000. Top surface, 2,000. Travel, 10,000? Absolutely not. We know it can handle 20,000, so we're gonna send it at 20,000. Pressure advance on. Oh, I can do that real quick. It's not on, but I did see 0.2 for pressure advance in the Discord earlier, so I will just steal that number for pressure advance. It's probably fine. 0.02, excuse me. Yes. 0.02. All right. What else do we need to do here? I don't think there's much else to do on this. Inner walls at 350. Can we move 350 at 20K? I think we... Oh, yeah, we can easily do that. We can easily do that. Travels at 500. Well, we know we can go to like 750, and that's not going to hurt anything. Slice plate. It took 2 minutes off. It took me longer to make those changes than it did to do it. I am going to go ahead and turn up the print temp, though. Keep it at 210 the entire way through, because we are kind... let's go to 215. 210? Yeah, 210. 210's better. Yeah, 0.022. It's not going to be that much of a difference. We'll leave it this way. We'll see how she comes out. All right, now we're going to start printing the Kali Dragon. Okay. Oh, wait. All right, gotta turn the motors back on. Motors have been off the whole time. Now the motors are on, we can get everything warmed up. Make it happen. I'm going to post that photo or that video into our Discord. In the 3D printing section of our Discord. And I should probably plug in my phone because I'm looking at like 15-20% right now. So let's plug that in. This is kind of dumb, but I like that the desk has a USB port on it so I can charge my phone. It's actually like crazy convenient. Sure, but it's tiny, 0.2. Oh, 2 minutes for a 15-minute print. That's 13% time cut. Yeah. Kit says, Ola, Critter says, Grant broken it yet. Buddy, you missed it, man. We were sending it in the name of Dale Earnhardt earlier. You absolutely missed all the fun. We hit insane numbers on the Magneto X. Not great on the flow, but it's a 30 cubic millimeter a second hot end. But we found the limits of the actual platform itself, which is really what we're going for. We're trying to find the platform limits. Now we're going to see what it does on a print. It's still, friggin' nozzle's still leaking. Whatever. It only mildly pisses me off. Oof. Wow. Both of those slammed into the printer. Come on, come back. There. Both of those missed. That's really weird. Both the hot end. Oh, resume. Both the hot end, or both the X and the Y, both failed out there. Huh. Interesting. It shouldn't have done that. But they did. They both ran into their end stops and didn't trigger the end stops. Honestly, A+ for just like having this fit a webcam. That's honestly ridiculous. It tried to home, but it didn't. Yeah, it ran into the end stops. Resume. Why are we not? No. It's angry. So we're going to cancel the print and we'll restart it. Oh, okay. What the hell's going on, printer? XY motion blocked, which is the my drivers are upset, help me, OB1 command that it shows on the screen. All right, so I put both of them on. I'm going to go ahead and, for some reason, it doesn't, let's turn them both off. Let's move the machine. Last time this happened, we lost some wires. I just want to make sure that they're both triggering. Okay, that one is triggering. I'm going to go into Klipper and make sure that the end stops are triggering inside of Klipper like we're expecting them to. I forget where that goes. Probably under machine. End stops. Yes. Okay, that is open. Okay. It is. All right. The end stops are triggering correctly. So we can go ahead and turn everything back on, restart it, and see what happens. That's really weird. Really weird. We'll try it again. If for some reason that doesn't work, we're going to go ahead and we'll check the code inside of Orca. The thing is, we're running the Orca that was requested that we run. It's a portable Orca slicer. All right, waiting for stuff to heat up again. And we'll give it another shot. See what happens. Did I break something again? Maybe. It did. When it tried to home, it didn't work. It did not detect home for some reason. Motors are on. Motors are on. Okay. Nope. Why did it go that way? That's not home. That's literally not where home is. Home's that way. What the hell? No. Something's angry. I'm gonna cancel this. Whatever's going on, I'm not happy with. And in fact, I'm gonna turn off the motors so I can make sure it's out of the way. Whatever is going on, I'm not a fan of that. That's an interesting one, Pretzel. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try to reboot the machine 100%. That's an I have never experienced that failure before. This is why beta testing is important, ladies and gentlemen. And why I told you we'd be doing this kind of stuff live. I'm okay with these kind of issues happening. That's just how life goes sometimes. It has been asked that we do a VFA test as well, but I'm not entirely certain how well a VFA test is going to come out. It could just be the code from the Kali Dragon. I kind of want to view the code, but we will, well, let me check the start code for the printer, because I'm wondering if maybe there's something going on with the start code of the machine. Setting temperatures, print start extruder. It's all temperature stuff. G90s. There's no G28 in here. Yeah, it doesn't actually command a home. Huh. I'm looking at the start code, and the start code doesn't command home. It is G28, is it not? I'm not going crazy. I don't see a G28 in here. Is there a G32? Let's find out. No. There's only G1. There's G1 for XY motions. There's no 28. The machine isn't homing itself. Why is it not homing itself? Oh, G32 is a special override command. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and add a... I downloaded the one that they had pinned in the Discord. Watch me have downloaded... I'm adding G28 in there because it needs to be in there. Just like straight up needs to be G28. So I'm adding G28 in there. And we're going to go ahead and reslice it. Because that's why we were having problems. So is this the print start macro? Let me see if it's commanding the macro. I didn't even check for that. Oh, it is. It's extruding the print start. Or it's commanding print start extruder, print start extruder. So this is the print start macro. Start G code is in the print start macro now instead of the slicer. Oh, I have never updated that, but my machine's never had this issue in the config file. All right, well, let's all go into the config file together. Let's find out. Da, 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 da. Config.sys is apparently what I'm looking for. I've always known of config.cfg. Or printer.cfg, excuse me. Am I looking for config.sys? Really? I don't think so. Yeah, it is. It's printer.config. All right. Where is our printer start? Those are drivers. That's Z-stepper stuff. Fan configuration. CAN bus. There's my G-code macro for test speed. It's not even in here. It's not in here at all. If you guys are looking for macros, it's not in here. It's got its own macro folder. Let's see. Print start, mesh load, G28, G90. That's it. So there is a G28, but it doesn't like it. That should do it. That's an interesting one. Because G28, that is home all. Huh. Do we just send it again? Well, no, we rebooted the printer and it still had this issue, so... Yeah, I'm going to manually home before the print starts. That's a great idea. What I am going to go ahead and do, though, is I'm going to move... Right. I got to home all. Going to go ahead and home all first. And then we'll go ahead and try the next thing. That's really weird. Yeah, I guess let's timestamp that in here so Peopoly can go back and actually find it, right? I have no idea how long the stream's been live. I can see that I've been streaming for 3.5 hours, but I don't know how long it's been live for. I guess it's been live for roughly the same amount of time, but I'm going to be cutting out like the first 17 minutes of this stream as soon as it's over, so that the tech stuff is wiped away. By the way, like the stream if you haven't. We're messing around with the Peopoly Magneto X. There's less than 24 of these in the hands of people in the world right now that we're aware of. All right, so we homed all. Gonna go to print. Try that Cali Dragon one more time. See how it goes. In theory, it's still being used. Home it first. We did it. Kit says, looked like there was an if option code in there, so it would only home if a previous home command hasn't been done. Well, we're going to find out. Also, this Klipper stuff should be public at this point. If you guys wanted to download the Klipper and look inside of it, it should be public at this point. Just make sure nothing crazy is going on. Oh, I've got a fun printer coming tomorrow. Wait, tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday, right? Yeah, hey, I have a printer coming tomorrow. It was supposed to be coming on Monday. I have to go teach tomorrow. I'm gonna go teach at a local school. They got some Sovol SV06 pluses, and I'm gonna teach them how to use them. Why are we extruding? Oh, we're not. This isn't extruding. This is literally just... This is just oozing. Because the temperatures are just not right. I can't tell you which printer I'm getting in. What I can tell you, though, is that we are going to be streaming about it within about an hour and a half, 2 hours of it going live to everybody. So I am under technically, it's not a real media embargo, but I've been asked very politely not to show it until it goes public. I know the date and time that it's going to go public, and we're going to be streaming basically as soon as it goes public. All right, there's the home Z. Okay, that worked. Yeah, that worked. Okay, it just got pissy for some reason. Making sure that we're looking all right for that first layer. Waiting for it to start extruding. There it goes. Wunderbar. All right, that was it. It was something to do with the homing command. It is not a T300. Those are already public. Here's what I can tell you. I've seen no other This Cali Dragon is so tiny on a machine this big. It's almost comically small. Here. I think I can pretty safely put you guys here. Yeah. Well, that's a really bad angle for you all. I wish I could put you on this angle bracket over here, but I guess I can't. Oh, she's shaking. Don't listen to Outcast. Shaking a Polaroid picture is a bad idea. It is not the new FL Sun printer. I do want that new FL Sun printer. I looked at it and said, huh, I like it. I don't think we have enough cooling currently. which is my fault for reference. FL Sun S1, I'm hoping it lives up to its hype. I would like to see it. It is not, I will tell you, it is not that printer. I reached out to FL Sun, but I have not heard back. So if anybody has any connections to FL Sun, I'd love them. You say axis goes wiggle wiggle, but it's not the axis. It's not the axis. It's my table. My table is wiggling. It's not the printer. Looks pretty good. Time for another haircut. You're not wrong. Yeah, I gotta get some of this back nonsense here taken care of. A1 with all the new stream relief. You must be new to this channel to think that Bamboo and I are on any terms other than unhappily divorced. You must be new here to think that Bamboo likes me. Bamboo does not like me because I like the truth. Bamboo fanboys don't like me because I like the truth. I still laugh at that log file video, that it has the lowest average watch time of any video that we've put out in the past 3 years. The lowest average watch time. And yet it has like 15,000 views on it. It has the most amount of comments of any video that we've ever had. And so what does that tell you, ladies and gentlemen? That tells you that people are going there, they're not watching the video, they're leaving a nasty comment, and then they're leaving. You don't care about the truth. You just want to be a dick. Anyways. The printer's so great, even Grant fanboys. I don't... This new printer, I'm actually not so certain about. Initially, I denied the review unit. But after discussing it with the company and discussing it internally with staff, we decided that we don't know the price point of it, and if the price is as aggressive as they're hinting at, it could be a very good printer. If the pricing is very similar to what their other offerings are, I don't think it's going to catch on in the market. So once we know what the price is, then we'll know whether or not it's going to catch. It is not IDEX. Ash says, I still don't understand why the need for secrecy. Because it has been requested by the manufacturer. It's called a media embargo. Is there a knot on the spool? It shouldn't be. And Jorvik, if you're having audio issues, reload the stream. Anyone is having issues with audio or video, just reload the stream. It's the better move. I mean the secrecy about the log file video. Yeah. I don't know. Like, me being secret or Bamboo being secret about it? For me, it was because it didn't fit within my posting schedule until that date. That date was the first available posting schedule slot that we had, and I'm not going to mess with my posting schedule to get another video out. I will keep an eye on it. I don't think it's nodding, but we'll keep an eye on it. Like, the world's tiniest Cali dragon, but it's a regular-sized Cali dragon. My flooring is not uneven. It's a little bit of carpet on top of a concrete slab. It is all the table vibrating, because it's a telescopic leg table. The table, it's like an elevator. It goes up, it goes down. It's got its ups and its downs. Oh, and I guess if I stand directly behind the printer, you can kind of see it moving a little bit easier. Here, I'll actually, since we were doing this earlier, I'm going to switch over to the other microphone, and I'm going to turn off the sound so you guys can hear what it sounds like. So this is the other microphone in the shop. I'm going to go to filters, and I'm going to turn off the noise gate. It's a really quiet printer. Like, it's a really quiet printer. Seriously, the loudest thing on this thing by a long margin are the fans. So, all right, I'm gonna go back to my microphone. Not that one. This one. All right. And turn on the noise suppression filter. And we're back. Is there really a knot on the filament? I'll have to check. All right, while that's doing its thing, I will check on the filament. Oh, jeez. So much stuff has fallen off of this table. Nope, no knot. It's just underneath itself. That's going to be from it pushing in and out, basically, because it's not a reverse Bowden setup. This amount of filament that's required here is more and less over time. So that's a very common thing that we would see. The filament's fine. And besides, if there was something like that, it would be 100% my fault anyways. While I do prefer printed solid filament, I had the Polymaker out here for a previous test, and it's the material that we've been using to test this machine since day one. So I figured it makes more sense to test it that way. Pretzel says it's small. It's perfectly normal, okay? There's nothing wrong about it. It's perfectly normal. Those fansless fans that use sound waves. I will say, though, Peopoly is selling one of those curtain air cooler things. I don't think it's needed for this. I really don't. I think that they've produced a good enough stock cooling solution on the toolhead that you likely will not need extra cooling. And this is the default size of a Cali Dragon. Mitch said this should be a good ABS printer with an enclosure, which is like an extra $200, which to me, that enclosure is a very, very cheap investment. And in fact, I want one. I want Mark to either send me one or let me buy one. I want the damn enclosure. By the way, for those that are wondering, it is 77 degrees Fahrenheit in here. In the last 48 hours, it has been a max of 94 and a low of 46. It is currently 65% ambient humidity, and I have been drying this room all day. It has been a minimum of 27% and a maximum of 93% ambient humidity in the last 48 hours. So, yeah. Hatchie says 77. Ew, that's way too hot. Well, I don't have the money. It's expensive to keep any part of my house colder than 77, so it is what it is. 77 death numbers. Skate Soup says the hot end on the table is the perfectly adequate one. This is the perfectly adequate one, okay? The one on the machine is the one she tells you not to worry about, and the next step up is the melt zone she doesn't even want to tell you about. Jesus. Yeah, I could use foil. I could use the cardboard box the machine came in. There's a lot of things I could use as an enclosure. But for $200, I'll put the damn enclosure on the machine. There's no reason not to. Once this is done... Oh, and you know what? I'm gonna remove the macro filter from this. Give me just a second. You're going to realize how much less wide your view is normally. That's such a weird look, isn't it? There you go. That's how your view normally is. When that's done, I'll show you guys up close and personal what the Kali Dragon looks like on the top-down camera. Tim says, how are you finding your accel, Grant? We have 4x5 toolhead models, and they're already paid themselves off, nonstop printing customer orders. I need to bring mine inside. It is not happy out here. We've been dealing with some puppy errors that are finally fixed on it. We don't know why, but they've just fixed themselves. And similar issues that I've had with this printer, I can't get anything to stick to it. I've been dehumidifying this room for over 2 days, or over 24 hours at this point. I started the night before. I started Tuesday night dehumidifying and cooling down this space, and it is still 65% ambient humidity. It is still too damp to print anything. So, yeah. Ashley says, is the speed right now about the same as an X1 Carbon? I think an X1 Carbon would be faster right now. I have to look at adjusting my minimum layer times. I think this machine could run a lot faster than it currently is. Gerst, I do an adhesive test video? No. I don't believe that you should need adhesives. This is an environmental issue. So what we have collectively decided as a company is that machines that have enclosures can come out here. Machines that are open air go inside. So the accel needs to go inside at some point. Next Wednesday's video is going to be on the accel and its latest alpha firmware and how much quieter the machine is. So once that is done, I think we're going to end up bringing that machine inside. I don't know. Right now, it's a little too expensive for me to keep this space under air. It's like early March, okay? It's 74 degrees outside. It's 77 in here. Like, it's literally an oven that I'm standing in. But right now, it's about half a kilowatt an hour to run the air conditioner to keep it at 78. So, yeah, nothing I can do about it. I've been meaning to put insulation on the garage door and eventually insulate the attic. And of course, you can see toward the edge here where I decided to not bother edging the wall, but it's bare concrete wall there, concrete block. So there is no insulation. Oh, we definitely have some cooling issues, which is funny. I turned the cooling down and I probably shouldn't have. Just override the max, please. I'm just constantly overriding the max fan so that the little antlers look good. Oh, it just popped off the build plate. There it goes. And this is the kind of problem that I've been dealing with. It's actually why you don't see, more of this machine printing in videos, is because I can't get stuff to stick to the build plate very well. So, there you go. That is my current issue that I'm dealing with this machine. It's not the machine's fault. It's environmental concerns. So, let me scoot on by here. I'm going to zoom in. Zoom way in. Is that good? Nope. I'm going to zoom out a bit. Zoom out a hair. All right. There you go. There's the Kali Dragon. It's okay. I could spend some time tuning it in. Obviously, detached from the build plate. But, I mean, overall, gray filament does not hide issues. And this looks pretty good. Issue that why it broke off the build plate. I had the cooling fan set a little bit too low. They got mad, and it popped off. First layer looks absolutely beautiful, as you would expect it to. Yeah. I have no qualms with this printer. The qualms that I have are all environmental related for my space. That's what it is. That's what it is, unfortunately. How is your power bill $200 a month, Ashley? My power bill was $140 last month, and I kept my house at 82. I do not have a water heater in my garage. It's an electric water heater. It's inside the house. There is no other heat providing sources other than the studio lights in here, and even those are all LED. So, anyways. Yeah, my price per kilowatt hour is like 16 to 18 cents a kilowatt hour, which I know for some people is really high, for some it's really low. It all kind of depends on what your needs are, right? So yeah. I think though, I mean, we've done almost a solid 4 hours. I think we're going to end up calling this one here pretty soon. Just waiting for the printer to heat up. And then I can use the unload command to get the filament out. It is nice to have the, It is nice to have the little buttons here. It's all MJF printed, which is actually pretty cool too. You can see the load and unload macro buttons there. I do quite like that. I think that that's really nice, and I'd like to see more manufacturers do that. That's like one of those little quality of life things that I didn't know I needed until I had it, and now I don't know if I could live without it. It's so nice to have. And yeah, there's what the pole looks like. Nothing to write home about. Very boring, very normal. I really do like this printer. It's got some growing pains, right? It's got some beta unit growing pains. And anyone that didn't expect it to just doesn't understand what a beta test is. We pushed this machine to its limits and beyond today. And I thank you all for hanging out. We did some printing on it. We found that the stock pot ends really realistically with PLA good to about 30. So maybe 35 or 40 with ABS. But yeah. Certainly this would be this could be a damn fine printer when they work the kinks out of it. Which the cool thing is, Peopoly is actively working on. And I have a lot of faith that they're going to be fixing these problems. If you have one of these machines on pre-order, keep an eye out. I know they've shipped some of them already. I'm not so sure I agree with that personally, but I have voiced my opinion on that. And it is what it is at this point. The machines have already been delivered. But I do like this machine. I think there's a lot of value with the linear magnetic drives. And certainly outside of those fans, it is the quietest machine that I own by a large margin. By a large margin. Is it the fastest? No, it's not. And I don't know if I ever expect it to be. It might, well, it can beat out a stock Bamboo X1 carbon. It can beat a stock X1 carbon. It will not beat a modded X1 carbon. It's not going to do that. But then again, I could put the really long melt zone hot end on this and beat pretty much any off-the-shelf printer on the market, period. It required 4 bolts to assemble it. That's it. 4 bolts. Just put the bed on, and I was done. 1,000-watt bed heats up stupid fast. The machine is obviously stupid fast. The numbers that we got on it were just insane. 1,250 millimeters per second at 30,000 millimeters per second squared of acceleration. That's nuts. And while I recognize things like a VZ bot, even some Vorons can match and beat that, right? None of them are using magnetic linear drive systems like this is. None of them have as hefty of an entire carriage assembly as this machine. Does that mean this machine could go on a diet? Yeah, probably. It probably could serve to go on a diet. But I don't know if I would do that in exchange for losing the magnetic drive system. It's really unique, and I think it's kind of challenging the norm for 3D printing that we have today, right? Belts, stepper motors, heck, even lead screws and ball screws. Those have been the standard for literally decades. This is the first magnetic linear drive 3D printer that I know of under $70,000. I guess technically the Ascentium printer is like 74, 75,000 US. This is $2,000. It's $2,000. And outside of 4 screws, it comes ready to go out of the box. And when you recognize that it's 300 by 400 by 300 millimeters, that's a big damn printer. So, if you guys like this and you want to see more stuff like this, leave a like, get subscribed, support us if you think we earned it. There are links to that in the description below. To Patreon, PayPal, YouTube channel members. At the $10 tier and higher, you get to come hang out with myself and the entire crew of the 3D Musketeers, where we show you our YouTube videos early, where we talk, hang out almost every night. I think we're going to start to try to play more video games in the server as I try to get back into streaming that kind of stuff. But if you don't follow us, you won't know about that stuff anyways. So, want to thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for helping me get through the idiot's journey of Klipper. Obviously, I have no idea what I'm doing with Klipper, but I'm trying, and that's what matters. It matters that I'm trying. Be nice to others around you, take care of each other, and stay safe out there. Don't forget to call your loved ones. And, as always, keep making awesome. Take care.